Hey everybody, welcome to the first live training session for Father's Day for the Challenge 2020. This is going to be a good one. We're going to do a bunch of research today and find a whole bunch of products that we can sell. So to all the new people who haven't been on here yet, thank you for joining. I hope you enjoy the training, and you can see the replay in the forums at any time. Number 2, give me a 1 in the chat box if you can hear me and see Google on the screen right now. Right on. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Yeah, it's about 10 o'clock here in London, Ontario, Canada, and it's raining and kind of cold. So now, second thing, let's see who the furthest away is. So where are you located geographically? Just type it in the chat box for me. And we'll see. Ooh, Ontario. There we go. Well, you're not too far away. New York. How's New York doing? Oh, 2 New Yorks. Are there any people left there? Like I have a buddy who lives there. He said in his apartment, basically he was the only guy left. Everybody else went like to other states. Dorset, Ontario, near Algonquin Park. Yeah, rainy and cold. Oh, there we go. Netherlands. So we got a furthest away. Baltimore, Maryland. Yeah, definitely rainy and cold today. For sure. All right, so I'm going to dive in here. We're going to tackle Father's Day, and there are a bunch of different products that you can sell for Father's Day, like shirts, hoodies, canvases, but I think we're going to focus on the one that everybody's making the most money with right now, and that is the wonderful world of coffee mugs for dad. So there are a bunch of different styles we can do. I'm going to show you first just to get your kind of creative juices flowing. This is the name of it. Go to this site, just bookmark this site. It's called Gospy, gospy.com. And now I don't know who owns this, but whoever does, they are doing a kick-ass job. They've got these mugs that you can customize. So you basically, they take cartoon characters, and then you can put, you can like build the character of you and like your best friend, or you and your dogs, or you and whatever it may be, you and your kid. And then you just put their names on it too. So there's dog ones in there. Speaking of dogs, there's my dog barking away. You can really customize these. Now, we're not doing this just because we don't have the technology. These guys, I think they paid a fortune for this. But if we go to family, well, I don't even have the dad stuff up yet. Well, here, I'll show you this. So here's what they're doing. They've got like best friend, you are my person, you'll always be my person. Kind of weird, but, and then you can build out like the hair, the jacket, the pants, the legs, and then the name. So you just pick one, and then you go enter a name. So you go like Sally, then enter a skin color, and then arm, and then drink. They even have drinks now, my God. Anyway, this is just showing you how creative some of these things can be. Hairstyle. Like, my God, this must have taken forever. But something like this to sell it for so cheap is like crazy, just crazy. They should be charging way more for this. So somebody spent a lot of time working on this. We can take kind of this idea and we can apply this to Father's Day if we want. So I'll get into that in a minute. But you can look at sites like these and you can see that they are making a ton of money because they are highly customized. And there's nothing wrong with selling customized mugs for Father's Day too. So if you're thinking, well, what do you mean by customized mugs? Here, custom Father's Day mug. I think this is what I typed in. Yeah, you see a bunch on the right here. These are actual Google Shopping ads, and Google Shopping is now free too. They opened it up. So here's something right here. Show you this one. This is kind of the idea. So you could put like best dad ever on one side, and then you could put a picture of, you know, dad and you. So there's left, front left, center. You could have the dad. Love you, Dad, Sierra. So this is kind of the idea that you can do with Gearbubble. Now it's not going to look the exact same. It's not going to be a full wrap mug. But you could put best dad ever, love and then their name. You could have them enter their name, and then you can have a picture on the right-hand side. So I'll show you guys how to do that when we go into the test phase, because that's actually, I already know that's the one that I'm going to be focusing on. So I'll teach you how to do that kind of in the test and launch phase. But today, I do want you to gather other stuff too that you can work with. Just a couple questions. Yeah, somebody's saying, I love that site. I want to do that. Yeah, gosh, they might be using a Shopify app. Well, they're using Shopify, but they've fully customized it. So they got some developer to come in and just create all the variants. So it's all just coded. You know, every time you do a drop down, the next section opens up. Like hairstyle, right? You go, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So shoulder length, and they got all these images. To me, it's really insane the amount of work they put into this. And I think that's why it's doing so well. Because what I've always said for years and years and years is if you have something unique and you're the first to market, you're going to kick ass and you're going to make a lot of money. So if you have something like unique that you can personalize and you're first to market, man, you're going to do really, really well. Now, I haven't looked at this site on my phone, but I imagine it is optimized for a phone too. To me, personally, I think they're going through too many steps, but hey, it's probably working for them. So I just wanted to show that and show this because I want you guys to see what you can do. Like the old school, mug idea is get a quote and slap it on a mug. And that does work. It does definitely work. But when we can personalize it with a photo or personalize it with a name, that does even better. And with the technology we have now, we can do that quite easily. So even if we go to, let's try this. Let's search Gearbubble for a Father's Day mug. Just see what comes up. Yeah, if you put site and then :gearbubble.com, it'll only search gearbubble.com. So let's open this in a new tab. And you can see all of the different ones. So, right away. Well, that's actually not Gearbubble, but let me show you this too. See this? So Dad and then Dylan and Emma since 2011. Now, you could do a variation of that too on Gearbubble. So you could put the text, that'll overlay right there, and then you could put the year. So you could do World's Best Dad, established, whenever the first kid was born. Like they actually type it in, the year, and then it puts the kids in there. So something like that design too is easy to do with Gearbubble. But let's get into the other stuff that we're going to be looking at. So here's one. Right here. Dear Daddy, I can't wait to meet you. The picture goes here. You're my hero already. Love the bump. This is where you put like the, what's that called? Oh man, I have 5 freaking kids. I can't remember the name of that picture of the skeleton inside the woman. What's the name of that? What's the name of that thing? Ultrasound. Yes, thank you. Ugh, brain fart. So you put a picture of the ultrasound right in there. And then that, like, my God. So there's our first one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a screenshot of that. And then I'll save it. Then over here, I'll use Snagit for this. But you can use whatever screen cap program you want. Then I go File, Save As. I'll go with D drive. Where was I putting this? Challenges. Now I'll create a folder. So I'll put Fathers. If I could spell Fathers, that'd be great. Father's Day 2020. And then in here, I'll put this one. And then what I'm going to do, I'll minimize this. So I'm going to organize things a little bit. So let's go to google.com. Sheets. I'm going to do a new one. And in here, I'm going to call this Father's Day Mugs. And then I'm just going to do the usual. I'm going to do image, quote, status to start. So in here, I'm just gonna make this fancy. I'm gonna have more columns as we go here. So I'll change that to a white text, and I'll put the back as that. I'll make a bold. Now the image, I'm gonna go insert, image, image in cell. I'm gonna browse, and go here, and where did I put that? There. So I'll load it, it'll be super tiny. And all I'll do is just extend, extend the row height. There. So the quote is, "Dear Daddy, I can't wait to meet you." And then like, "You're my hero already. Love, the bump." This one alone is gonna kick butt for Father's Day, guaranteed. And status is pending. So I haven't made a design, I haven't made anything for it. But making a design like this, it's basically just the image is kind of this part, the text up top, the hearts down the left, hearts down the right, and then the text on the bottom. That's about it. So actually I can show you guys how to make this one in the next training session too, if you want. So I'll put a note here. Notes. Make this one live for everyone. There you go. Now, you're probably thinking, well, way to go, dummy. You just gave away like a mug that's going to kick ass for Father's Day, and now everybody's going to do it, and nobody's going to make any money. Well, not true. So here's why it's not true. Go to Google. How many dads in the world? So do you really think, I actually think it's more than that. So it's a 70.1 million estimated number of fathers across the nation. So which nation is this? Is this only Canada? Well, let's go world. June, 74.7 men age 15 and over are fathers. Of those, 72.2 million have a biological child. That's in the US. Yeah. I want world. What's world? Okay, well, 70.1 million out of what? 330 million dads, 330 million people in the US. So how many you guys have? So let's go 70 divided by 330. So let's say 21% of the world population is men, are dads. So now let's go try this just as a quick and dirty one. Population of the world, 7.59 billion. I don't even think my calculator can handle this. So if I go 7, 5, 3, that's million. Right there, right? Oops, crap, the wrong way. So that's 7.5 billion times 0.21. 1.5 billion dads in the world. So do you really think if even all of us are making a mug like this, that we're gonna hit them all in our lifetime? No way in hell. No. And we're not even targeting the dads directly. We're targeting people to buy it for the dads. So now you just took, you know, how 21% are dads. Well, that means the percentage of people who have a dad is the rest of the world. So you're talking about billions and billions and billions of people that are in your target market. The only reason I'm saying this is because somebody just said, well, isn't that saturated? And I'm like, man, nothing for Father's Day is saturated. Nothing. There's no possible way, even, well, Bill Gates might be able to, but you can't run enough campaigns and spend enough money to hit everybody up with a Father's Day mug in the world. There's no way. There's no way every one of us could do it. So even if we all did the exact same thing, which would not recommended, we're not going to hit every dad in the world with that. We're not going to hit everybody who's buying for dads in the world. Okay, so don't think that way. That's a bad way to think. All right, the scarcity mindset is not a good mindset to have. So I'm going to take a picture of this one too, just to remind me to do this one. So I'm just going to take a screen and file, save as. Now, the research part of this is what you're going to repeat when you're done watching me. So you're going to go back through and you're going to create your own spreadsheet, and you're going to start filling it with all these coffee mugs. So the research part is very easy. And remember, we're about 50 days out from Father's Day, 51. So you have a lot of time. So you're going to do a lot of research first, and you're going to come up with ideas first before you do anything else. So this one is just like best dad ever, and then love blank. The blank just means they're going to customize it with their name. And I can do this one too for everyone, just to show you guys how to do it. And it doesn't, like, I'm not saying copy these exact designs, don't do that, but you can make a version of it that'll look very good. So now let's go and look at some of the other stuff that we can find here. Oops, put the X there. Oh, the other thing is when you look on like Google Images, if you start scrolling down, you're gonna see even more. So here's one. I can't wait to meet you, Dad. I can't wait to meet you, Daddy. And then on the other side, it's just a picture of the ultrasound. So let's go here. This one is kind of tiny, but still, we just need an idea. So I'll save this one. And then I'll just put this one in my sheet. So this is actually, I really like this part because there are no limits on what you can put in here at all. You can put as many, or I mean, the more you have in here, the better, honestly. So if you just create a sheet and you have like 2 mugs in it, you're not really going to have much to work with. So this one is, I can't wait to meet you, Daddy. And then pending. There. Now the only thing I don't like about this kind of thing is it's really, it's a sub niche within the Father's Day niche. So you're cutting down the number of men that you can target with this. And it's a little bit harder to target. It's not impossible, but there is no targeting on Facebook or Google that says dad to be or pregnant dad. Like that doesn't exist. So what you would have to target is kind of pregnant women for this, because obviously you can't target the kids because they're not born yet and they don't have any money. So you would be totally targeting pregnant women with this. Now the good part is targeting pregnant women is very, very easy. Very easy. There are so many targeting options for pregnant women on Facebook. It is nuts. The other bonus of something like this is pregnant women are, especially with their first, man, they go crazy with buying stuff for their kids because it's their first kid. It's a huge life-changing event. So, I mean, why not? Why wouldn't they go nuts? They start nesting and they start making the room and they start putting the crib together and painting the walls and putting all the, I've been through this multiple times and yeah, I love watching that. It's awesome. And you see them like stacking up clothes for like the first 3 months, and it's just really, really awesome to watch. So if you show, and I'm not saying take advantage of pregnant women, but if you show a pregnant woman something as sentimental as that, they're going to buy that in a heartbeat. And we're not taking advantage of them. We're actually giving them something that they can give to their husband or their future dad. That's going to make both of them very, very happy. So that's why I really like this business too, is we're not like putting together N5 masks and trying to hoard them and sell them in bulk and jack up the price. Like that's not the business we're in. We're not profiteering off of, a pandemic or anything like that. We're actually doing something that makes people feel really, really good about themselves for giving it. And the people who are receiving it feel very, very good too. So that's what I really like about this business. That's the good part. All right, let's see if we can find some more. So there's a bunch of these. That's funny. So here's a funny one. So it doesn't have to be all mushy. So we'll go like that. And this name here part, that's where you can actually just personalize it with their name. Well, I mean, the buyer will personalize it with their name. And with Gearbubble, which is what we're going to use, it's super easy to set one of these up. So we don't have to be taking in, you know, what's your name and then create a separate image file, which just, that route does work, but it just, you're the bottleneck now if you're taking the route where you're customizing every single one. So I prefer to automate instead of, if I were the bottleneck in the process, I wouldn't really make any money. Be your little girl. And then there. Pending. Okay, so I'm going to ask you guys too, are there any sites that you've already been to that we should be checking out? If you want to give them away, just type them into the chat. If you don't, that's cool. But I know you guys are really on the ball here. See, there's another one. Dad will always be your little girl across out financial burden. A son's first hero, a daughter's first love. I've always been... stupid ones make me laugh. So something like that. Because I could actually picture my kids getting me that mug, because they know I would get a kick out of it, because it's just dumb humor. So let's put that one in here too. Insert image, browse. There we go. So Dad, you've always been like a father to me. And then you can actually make a tweak on this. You can go love blank. So you can make that into a personalized one. All right, so what are we at here? We're at 5 so far. So we're gonna keep going because there are a lot more that I want to show you. I mean, you get the idea. We're going to, so that's just Google Images alone. So if you want to go here, I'm going to go to an incognito window. I'm going to go to Gearbubble. That way I'm not logged in. So if you go to Gearbubble in like log out of your account, and then you go shop, then you can look at top sellers. Then you just type in Dad. And here we go. So we've got a bunch of necklaces and stuff like that. This one is, look at that, 26,503. So let's open that in a new link. So this one works really, really well. And I actually have a version of this for Dog Mom, so I can convert that easily. But all we're gonna do, just take a little screenshot of that. And I can demonstrate this too in a second, how you do the customized name. Let's save this, get this into our sheet first. Well, here. So see where it says name here? So I'll put love Sparky. There. That's it. And they got the 11 and the 15. And that's why it's selling so much, because of that little thing where you can customize it with the name. You can put any name you want in here. You can put Sparky and Rufus, Rufus. So you could put 2 dogs if you wanted. Yeah, I don't know how many you can fit in here. There's a limit, I think. Let's say. I won't mouse over. Oh, yeah, if you have a long name or a lot of characters in your customization, it may go outside of our preview, but we will resize it to look perfect before printing it for you. So they'll actually catch it. And this is a really good mug too, because the guy who did this, I mean, obviously his website's right here. See the back, it says dog verb. So if you want to do some spying, that's his Teespring store. So the good part about putting your branding on a mug is you get your branding on a mug so people who use it can see it. The bad part is guys like me can easily find every other product that you've got online. So here's one, proof that dogs rule the world. They make the poop, we clean it up. And I don't know what's that say. Sorry, I can't read that. They sleep all day and we always feed them first. So there you go. There's one. Look at all the t-shirts he's got and hoodies and everything else. I don't always say this is my last dog, but when I do, it's a lie. I didn't rescue my dog, I saved her life. My dog's circle of trust, me, everyone else, cat. So you can see that, and then if you go to this one, wildfire gifts, dog verve mugs. So I do apologize if I just outed somebody, but I don't think I did. I think that's somebody. Wow, they even named it dog verve. Jeez. That's been the mugs. Yeah, dog dad, cat dad. So anyway, I'm not going to spend any more time on this guy's stuff because I hate it when people out my stuff. Oh, there was. I say that, and then what do? I actually see the site I was looking for. This one, dogverve.com. So there it is. There's the mug. The dog's love is infinite, and they got some multi-soft chews. So it looks like they're. Is this a legit like dog store? It might be. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. It's in Pennsylvania. So I don't know if these guys just are an actual dog store. Oh. So they've got some products on here that, like ear treatment for dogs. Anyway. So somebody's saying, why would they have a store and a GB store? They don't have a GB store. This is listed directly on Gearbubble. This is not a store. This is what I teach. This is Gearbubble Direct. So you do not need a store to do any of this. You can do it just directly on Gearbubble. So all this technology is already built in and it's just sitting there waiting for you. So in the next one, I'm going to show you how to launch one of these right on Gearbubble without a store. So no Shopify, no GB Pro, no WooCommerce. You don't need it. You can do all this stuff without it. So let's go back here. And let's look at a couple others. There's one that's like a copy. Oh, that's the same company. Here's one where they put dog mom. I mean, we're getting away from the Father's Day stuff. A lot of. I mean, here's an example. So your name here, so you could put Bob. You are a great dad, truly an incredible father. You've been terrific. Other dads, total disasters. Ask anyone, they all know. Believe me, everyone agrees. So this mug, you have to be approved to run political ads in order to run this. But apparently, what I learned is that the president is a public figure, so you can use him on anything, which is, I had no idea that actually existed before. So you see a lot of those, if you guys are on Facebook and you see a lot of mugs that are a lot of, screenshots from like Shopify guys, a lot of them are selling like Trump mugs and Trump coins and Trump everything. And they're just really riding the Trump wave, which is cool. I used to think they would get in trouble for that, but apparently this is public domain. So you can use his likeness and his name now on anything because he's a president. So, I mean, anybody who's on here that's a lawyer, correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what I heard. So if you want to run this, you can. I don't run any Trump stuff just because, well, for a lot of reasons, but I'm not saying you can't. I'm just saying that I'm not approved for political ads. Why don't we put it that way? So I'm not going to bother with it, but there is a ton of money to be made from the Trump mugs. So let's just move that over. Go back here. So that is an option. Now, if you're going to do a Trump one, then usually you have to have his image in there. and that involves kind of getting one done up or buying one of Fiverr. So I think that's more why I don't do it, because I'm not interested in taking all those extra steps. But there are a lot of guys that are making a lot of money with Trump mugs. So it says, you are a great dad. Truly an incredible father. You've been terrific. Other dads. Total disasters. Ask anyone. They all know. Believe me. Everyone agrees. It sounds like Trump too. That's awesome. So the good part is, I mean, you can make a lot of money. The bad part is there's a lot of these bugs floating around now. So if you customize it, makes it a little bit better. Okay. So here's a couple questions coming in. The best time and date to start testing Father's Day mug is right now, today. Like, why? I don't understand why people wait. They're like, well, I gotta wait till, like, 14 days away from Father's Day to start testing. Cool, you just missed it. Good job. Like, why do people wait? Like, start testing now. If you're worried about people saying, why am I seeing a Father's Day mug? It's like 2 months away. Cool. That doesn't matter. I love the people that complain when they walk into like Walmart and they're like, why is the Christmas stuff up? It's only October. I'm like, seriously? Because they're smart and they know when people buy. They, like, Walmart wouldn't put freaking Christmas stuff up in October or September if it didn't sell. They know what they're doing. So when should you do it? Right now is when you should do it. So I don't know why people get this weird thing in the brain about, oh no, if it's, I have this little tiny window that I can test and start selling things. That's not true at all. The further out you go, the better, because it's going to take you a while to get these made, get them tested, find a couple winners, and actually scale those. So if you think you can do that in a couple days' time, have at it, but you can't. I can't. Nobody can. So you got to test a bunch. So when's the best time? Now. I love the toe stepping around Trump issue. I'm not that good at it. It can get me into trouble. Yeah. Well, I'm Canadian, so I'm not allowed to have an opinion. That's what I always say. I've been told that before. So I don't get into politics. It's not my problem. Not my issue. Not up to me. So sure, I have an opinion, but doesn't matter what it is. Anyway. Oh, this is good. This one just sticks out at me every day. So this one is called World's Greatest Farter, and then it's crossed out. It says Father. So this is a little site called $9 Mugs, and don't be scared about that. The key is, let me put this in my spreadsheet, and I'll tell you a little bit more about this. Insert, image, and sell, browse. This mug sells every Father's Day. I've sold this. And it's very simple. So here's where you can make this your own. World's, excuse me, greatest farter father. You know what? I wonder if I could do that cross thing. Which I can. There, I just did it. Watch this. Love blank. Oops, put it on all caps. Love. Man, I got butterfingers. So if we take that kind of proven saying and we make it customized, ooh, now we're talking. And we can. So I'll show you how to do that. This mug actually, it's kind of like automatic sales. It's awesome. Now, if you want to take that further, how's that? So we just took like huge seller. This one has sold thousands and thousands of mugs over the years. I've seen it everywhere. If we personalize it with love blank, and then on the back, we allow them to upload a picture of their dad. Man, how awesome is that? Now we're talking, right? Now we're really cooking with gas here. So the reason I wanted to show this one, oops, is because look where it came from, Pinterest. So if we right click, open a new tab, Pinterest is a gold mine for this stuff. Because when you see one, you can go to the website and it's $9 mugs. That's their gimmick. Free shipping. So basically they're trying to do a volume thing. And I pretty much guarantee these people are not running paid ads. They're just relying on SEO. So they're totally relying on free traffic. But as you can see, they got a lot of mugs. So don't get involved in the race down to the bottom. That's not a good thing to do. When I think I'm the opposite of every other consumer on the planet. When I go, say I'm going to Home Depot and I need a saw blade. So most people go to Home Depot or they'll go online and they'll search for, well, I'll show you what I did. So I need a saw blade. So I'm going to go Home Depot. Okay, here's homedepot.ca and I need a saw blade for my miter saw. So here we go. Here's a bunch of saw blades. So they'll go here, they'll sort by price, low to high. This is what the bulk of the world does. And they see this, there's a metal cutting wheel, masonry cutting. Ooh, skill, 7¼ inch, 24 tooth carbide tip saw blade. Okay, cool. It's only $7. Well, I'm gonna buy that one. You know what I do when I'm buying stuff? I do the exact opposite. If I'm looking for a saw blade, I wanna find the most expensive one. And then, like, I'm not gonna pay $160, but this $160 saw blade, I guarantee you, will outlast and outperform that $7 saw blade 100% of the time. It will also last probably 10 times longer. So, like, look at this one, this Diablo 14-inch cement blade. Well, it's cement. Anyway, these blades, the more you pay for something, is my point, the longer they last and the better they do. So it's not always about, now with the coffee mug, I mean, you're like, well, I'm going to drink it and that's it. But the perception is there for me of, if I sort the price from high to low, these high price ones are better quality in my mind, without even doing any research into the saw blade itself. Just in my mind, I know that if I'm paying a bit more for it, it's going to be a little bit better. So that makes me feel better as a buyer. So whereas like a lot of the world is like, nope, I just want the cheapest and I'm just going to keep going back and keep buying and it's cheap and race to the bottom, and that's what they do. But what I'm trying to tell you is there are a lot of people like me out there that when I see something like a $9.95 mug, I think, what's the deal? Is it junk? Like, do I want to give a cheap mug to my dad? No, man, if it's like $20, that's better. Now I feel better because I actually didn't cheap out on my dad. That's my dad. I'm not going to cheap out on my dad. So people that argue, no, if it's a $9.95 mug, well, I can't get into that business because they're too cheap and they're, that guy's only making like a couple bucks every time he makes a sale. So their mentality is, and they are serving a segment of the population by racing to the bottom. Why not serve the segment of the population that says no? The guys like me that go to Home Depot's website and search, instead of low to high, they search high to low, price-wise. So there's a little side note for you. So don't worry about the price is the key, okay? So let's go back to Pinterest and look at this. And when you scroll down, you can start seeing, usually other mugs are in here, like quite a few. They're like, you can see this one everywhere. Here, I love this one. I actually made this one last year for Father's Day. Oh, so if you get that little thing coming up, it's because I moused over it too quick. It takes a second to freeze the screen. I love this mug too. It makes me laugh. So I smile because of my father. I laugh because there's nothing you can do about it. That's awesome. Now on this, what you could do, I'll show you. Just put your own little spin on this. So insert image. So you can customize the front with a name. And on the back, you could put a picture of yourself. So I smile. I spell that right? Yeah. Because you're my father. I laugh because oh man, typing, come on. There's nothing you can do about it. Okay, so that's fine for the front. I'll just put pending. Now, on the back, upload a pic of the buyer smiling and laughing. How about that? So that's one side, and they customize it with their name. Then on the back, they upload a picture of themselves just smiling and laughing. And what dad would not get a kick out of that, right? Everybody. Absolutely. So there's, okay, it's just some couple of comments and questions coming in. You're right, I waited too long on Mother's Day. You know what? The beauty of waiting too long or on Mother's Day is next year, there's another Mother's Day. So you'll catch that one. We can learn from this. That's awesome. Will the Facebook ad training be similar to the Funny Mugs Facebook training in terms of testing and scaling? A little bit, but I'm also going to show you YouTube ads again because I really like YouTube. Don't put it in the dishwasher at $9.95. Yeah, exactly. Do we still follow Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday for testing only? So yeah, historically, I only test on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. With the lockdown and the self-isolation and everything being shut down, it's changed a little bit now. I'm finding that Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday is good. Saturday is good. Now I'm finding Sunday is not as good. And I'm actually finding Monday is better than Sunday now. So I don't know if people are like, because Sunday is like a day of worship for a lot of religions. So maybe these guys are like just saying, well, I'm going to shut her down completely on Sunday and not go online. Or I don't know if priests like live stream masses or what they're doing. But there has been a little bit of a shift just because of what's happening in the world. So, I mean, Father's Day, you can certainly test every day if you really want to, and then your mileage might vary from mine. When I say that, my target for that is typically dads buying for daughters, and it's typically necklaces. That's what I base that on. So if it is not dads buying for anybody, but instead it's like females and younger sons and that kind of thing buying for dad, then the testing days could be a little bit different. So that combined with the pandemic that we're in, I think you can get away with expanding that test window a little bit more. So the only day that I'm finding lately that is kind of a down day is a Sunday now. The rest is actually performing pretty well. So there you go. Let's go back to Pinterest. So I do love this one too. And you can see how, so stir crazy gifts. So let's go look at the website. Because when you find a funny one, you might as well go and look at the website because odds are you'll find more. So dad, no matter what life throws at you, at least you don't have ugly children. God. I actually think I have one of these on an Etsy store. Oh, let's see, I'll screenshot that because that is funny. And again, this too is something that you can customize. So everybody's doing the quote, and then they kind of leave it at that, but we could take it a step further. So insert image. I apologize if you can hear my little one. She's my wife is on a conference call for work, and I'm doing a live webinar, and I've got my 10-year-old watching my almost 3-year-old, and they're playing with the dog. So the joys of working at home when everybody's here. So dad, no matter what life throws at you, at least you don't have now here you can do the same thing. On the back, upload a pic of a kid or kids giving a thumbs up. There you go. So take that saying, which I know works very well, and throw it onto a mug with a personalized thing. I lost my page here. There we go. I'm as lucky as can be. Best daddy in the world belongs to me. Daddy, I may find. So you get the idea, right? Like, I mean, there's so many. There's one I was looking for, and I can't seem to find it. Oh, there's a variation. So this one is you're putting a dad's name. So that's cool. So let's take a little screenshot of that. Good idea. Oh, Stir Crazy Gifts. So that was a website we were just on. So in this one, we could put the dad's name there. Save. Then let's go to our sheet. Insert that one. There we go. Okay, so blank. Partner cover. Oops. And then for this too, like I'm really on this kick of on the back, upload a pic of dad. There. That's cool. So this Stir Crazy Gift place, apparently, I don't want to allow notifications, I don't want that. But let's look at coffee mugs. Oh, here we go. Oh, that's Chuck, the man, the myth, the legend has retired. But you could do the man, the myth, the legend, like their name, or dad, the man, the myth, the legend. How can I search here? Let's try personalize. Yeah, you can do something like this too. This man, the myth, the legend, it was a t-shirt a couple of years ago, and there was a seller on Teespring, and he sold, man, what, like 50,000 of these? So that is a good one for Father's Day too. And then you can do a little spin on this too, so I'll show you the spin. So let's go insert image. Oops, too far. There we go. So blank, a man, a myth, a legend, the best dad ever. There you go. Then, I mean, on the back you could do it, but it's customized on the front. So you could take a spin on a saying, the man, the myth, the legend, customized, and just add in the best dad ever as well. It gets, you can make up your own little variations of these. Not retired, I'm a professional grandpa. It was Papa, the man, the myth, the legend. Let's see if I can find that t-shirt. There's a bunch of them now. Yeah, it looks something like this, but that's a copy. But the beauty of this too is, let's say, just sidebar here. So this says Papa, the man, the myth, the legend, with customizing. I mean, this is a t-shirt, but you could put in Papa, you could put in Dad, you could put in Grampy, Grandpa, Uncle, whatever they call their dad or their grandpa, you could put that onto there. Which brings me to another point. Don't feel that you're stuck with buying just for dad, because there's also grandpas, and grandpas celebrate Father's Day too, right? Because they're dads, and they're dads of everybody below them. So it could be, you could take everything that I've collected here. So you could put best father ever, oops, I mean father. You could substitute father with grandpa, or you could do two customizations. You could put it up here and down here. So you could say, if they called it Pappy, you could put Pappy, best farter ever. Oops, I mean grandfather. Well, it doesn't kind of make sense there. But here, Dad, no matter what life throws at you, at least you don't have ugly children. Grandpa, no matter what life throws at you, at least you don't have ugly grandchildren. There you go. I smile because you're my grandpa. I laugh because there's nothing you can do about it. So world's great. So that doesn't like Goliath. That doesn't. Grandpa, you've always been like a grandpa to me, right? Grandpa, I'll always be your little girl. Financial burden. Well, that doesn't really make sense, but you get the idea, right? You could do that. Dear Grandpa, I can't wait to meet you. You're my hero already. Love the bump. So, yeah, right? We don't have to just go with what everybody else did. We can actually throw in a grandpa, and then we can have it customized because everybody calls their grandpa different things. So there you go. Just got you that. What's more profitable for you, your Etsy store or Gearbubble? Oh, Gearbubble by far. I have an Etsy store, and I'm not knocking Etsy, but I don't like that I don't control the traffic. It really drives me nuts. Etsy is just kind of a volume thing. You dump as much stuff on there as you can. You have to do keyword research and make sure you're getting, results from their search engine. I personally don't like that because I'm impatient. I just want to say, I will pay this amount, send me this amount of traffic, and then I control it. With Etsy, you don't really control anything. You've got a store, you control your products, but everything else is up in the air. So in order to make good money on it, you have to pump out a lot of products, and I don't really like doing that. So it's just not my cup of tea, but I do it, and I like it. I just don't like it as much. Question coming in: would you mainly target funny mugs rather than sucky sayings? Well, do a combo, because like something like this is kind of sucky or sentimental, right? Like the Dear Daddy, that's sentimental. But something like this one is funny. And I mean, for my kids, I know they would buy me something like this over something like this in a heartbeat. So I think funny works very, very, very well. Well, all of these are funny. Funny, I think, I can't speak for every dad in the world, but dads like funny shit. So go the funny route. Are you still running products on Shine-On? I stopped running that momentarily, only because page load speeds were a little bit slow, and they ran out of product of the message card that I was actually wanting to sell. So now I think they got more inventory in, and I think they're working on the page load speeds, so I'm going to get back into them. Hey, Will, just couldn't find your web link invite. I just fumbled on the webinar at the bottom. Video start training. Will this? Yeah, there's a replay. Absolutely. It's going to be going up this afternoon, so you can see that. Do you ever use Gearbubble Pro Store or always send traffic straight to GB? Lately, I just send it straight to Gearbubble. Now, I do have a GB Pro Store. The only reason I don't use the store as much is because I hate customer service. So those that know me know I've said this. I've been very consistent on this. I can't stand it. So people emailing me, if you have a GB Pro Store, you're now responsible for the customer service. So when somebody buys something and then 30 minutes later, they're like, where is it? Where's my mug? And it's like, seriously, dude, you just ordered. Like, give me a break. And the people that follow up every day with you as if that's somehow going to magically make you move faster or make the order go through quicker or ship faster, like, it drove me nuts. When I was heavily into Shopify stores, I would stop doing volume. I would stop scaling because I couldn't stand doing the customer service anymore. So I know people are like, well, just outsource it, dude. Like, it's no problem. Okay, outsource it. So I did that. And I hired virtual assistants that would handle all the customer service and take it off my shoulders. Well, guess what they did? They came to me with every little friggin' problem. So I might as well just deal with it directly. Like, I don't think I'm a good manager. I'm a very independent person. And I could never be like a CEO of anything because I just can't do that stuff. So for me, the customer service thing is my biggest bottleneck in me scaling to large numbers because I don't want to scale because I don't want to do more customer service. So yeah, the money's there, but I can't stand the customer service. And there are a lot of people that are like, oh man, just shake it off, get over it. You'll be fine. But I actually worked years and years and years ago on the phones at TD Ameritrade, and I hated it. I couldn't stand it. Like, I got the same questions all day long. And it's like, I could literally just hold a tape recording up to the phone and answer that question the exact same way I just have like 50 times already today. So that gives me a headache and I can't stand it. That's why I prefer to go direct, because when you go direct, now all the customer service is on Gearbubble. So if a mug comes in broken, I don't hear about it. If people are like badgering them about where's my order, where's my order, where's my order, I don't hear about it. If people are like, well, this, you know, it's not printed right or something's off kilter or something like that, I don't hear about it. All I do is sell, and that's what I really love doing. So that's why I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying that I don't want to do it. Oh, somebody found it. Papa the man. Yeah, so somebody found it. So let me type that in here. Teespring.com. Stop. I'm just looking at the chat box. I think it was on Teespring. Yeah, that was the one. This one sold bucket loads. 2019 Father's gift card. Yeah, I think that was the exact design too. Look how plain that is. And yet it sold thousands and thousands and thousands. So you could just do that on a mug. But instead of Papa, like have it so they can customize it. And now you're laughing. Well, I think we have that, right? Right here. Good call. Good catch. Nice. I agree with you on the customer service part. I've been sending some to my store and now I get tons of emails. I want to send only to GB from now on. Exactly. I hate customer service as well. Right on. Yeah, see, you guys are the same as me. I get the store thing. I get it. You can build a brand. You can do a lot of wonderful things. But man, the customer service is, oh, it just gives me a headache. Like I don't even want to scale my ad campaigns because I don't want more people bugging me about every little thing. It's just, and it's funny because with you guys, like you're members of my forums, and I actually love it when you guys bug me with things because you're learning and you're asking questions. But when it comes to somebody buying a physical product from me and asking when it's going to ship like 9 times, it drives me nuts. I'm like, it'll freaking get there when it gets there. I don't know. So it's so strange. What are the advantages of a store? You can use your own domain. And you can also upload any product you want. So it doesn't have to be a print on demand product. So that's cool. So if you're doing like drop shipping from like the US, I don't recommend drop shipping from China, but say you want to sell like fireplaces online, which coincidentally, that's what one big dude is doing now. You could open a store, a Gearbubble Pro store, and you could sell fireplaces online. So that would be drop shipping high ticket items from the US. The other benefit is you get access to Google Shopping ads that you don't get with Gearbubble Direct. So there are trade-offs the whole way, but the customer service thing is what I do not like and do not want to do. Yeah, so a lot of you are saying, me too, that's why I'm learning with you. I don't like customer service. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're right. You can't use Google Shopping if you don't have your own store. So that is the biggest trade-off for me. Google Shopping is very profitable. But thankfully, Facebook has been really, knock on wood, really, really good to me. And YouTube ads have been starting to be very, very, very good to me. So it's always a trade-off anytime you do it. So let's go back here. Oh yeah, we're coming up on the hour. So what I want you guys to do is create your own little spreadsheet. So you have the image, the quote, status, and then any notes you want. Insert the image like I showed you. You can also copy and paste the image, but then I don't think it'll be, you can't expand it. So all I did was drag down the row height to make the image fit. What I'd like you to do, every single person who watches this, is complete a sheet with at least 50 mugs on there. Okay, so the more you have, the better, but 50 minimum. Okay, so that's going to take you a couple hours to do, depending on how fast you are. And then what you're going to do from that is you're going to kind of pick a couple that you really like, and those are the first ones that you're going to start with for your testing. So we are moving in phases. Phase 1 is research. That's today. That's what it's all about. I do spend a lot of time on research because I want you guys to get the creative juices flowing so that when we get to the test phase, you actually have some ideas and you have some things that you can test. If you skip the research phase and try to go right to testing, that's not going to work. So you do need a big pool of options to pick from. And once you have kind of your favorites from that pool, then you can go ahead and start testing those favorites first. So really, what we're going to end up doing is testing, like, out of every 10 that we test, there's going to be 3 that are going to be winners, and there's going to be 1 that's going to be a definite winner. Okay, so, and a definite winner just means basically you got about 3 sales on your test campaigns. That's a definite winner to me. If you got 1 sale, 1 or 2, it's iffy. It could still go really big, or it could just flop. So we want to find those products, in this case the mugs, that are getting like 3 sales on a test. When you see that kind of action right up front, right away, then there's kind of, once you've been doing this for a while, there's 0 doubt when something is a winner or not. So I know a lot of people post like, is this a winner? I'm not sure. If you're even posting like, is this a winner? I'm not sure. Odds are it's not a winner. So just to give you an idea there, sometimes they can flip and they can turn into winners, but most of the time they don't. All right, a couple questions here, then we'll close it up. So with sending traffic directly to GB, not through a pro store, can you still get a list of emails for future targeting? Absolutely you can. You can connect everybody, every buyer. You can have them added to Aweber or GetResponse or MailChimp. I like MailChimp right now. And you can create a list within there for all your buyers. So you're not losing the buyers there. With Shine On right now, you can't, but they are working on that. That's a huge deal. So they're working on that. Do you start a business account for each event? No, I don't. Once you have your business manager created, within that, you can create ad accounts. What I've done a lot of experimenting with is I tried running 1 niche per ad account, and it did not work. Okay, so now what I'm finding is working best is have my 1 main gigantic ad account. And in my case, like, I've run over $1 million through it. So Facebook loves this ad account. Within that ad account is where I'll run all my products, but I'll just use niche pixels for each product within the 1 gigantic ad account. Okay, so I wanted it to work where it had, 1 ad account per niche, and I think it will work. It's just you got to spend so much money to build that up. So I think a better way is to kind of focus all your spend into 1 ad account. Then I do believe that Facebook does give priority to people who spent more, and that's just like any business in the world. So you got to get there somehow. So if you're spreading your spend out amongst multiple ad accounts, then you're weakening your kind of traffic quality that you're going to get from Facebook. This is all my theory. I could be completely wrong, but I've tested. I always come up with a theory and then I test the crap out of it. And this is what my findings have been lately. I've run products direct in my big ad account, and then I've run them in my smaller ad accounts, smaller new ones, and the one in my big ad account always outperforms. So could be different for you guys, but or just under campaign. Yeah, so have your 1 ad account, and within that have campaigns for each niche. Will you create a brand new pixel for Father's Day mugs? I already have one, so I don't need to, but I could, just to show you guys how to do it. So we can do that. Will you have a word swag tutorial of mug designs, or can you recommend one? Or is the best thing just play around with the tool? It's very easy to do. If any of you know a way I can record my phone and post a video of that, let me know in the forums. That's my only limitation. If I can record because I don't have an Apple computer, I have a big PC here. It's actually a Falcon Northwest, which is primo PC. I'm a PC guy, so I have to go onto my phone, which is an iPhone, in order to use WordSwag, which is the only thing I don't like about WordSwag. So if any of you know a screen recorder for an iPhone, let me know, and I'll shoot a video of me doing a WordSwag one. But yeah, playing around with it's always good. Can you show us in the forums how to create niche pixels for the products, please? Yeah, I can. I can actually show you on the training too. I think I did, but I'll show you again. That's no problem. It's under, I just answered somebody's post. It's under business settings, data sources, pixels, and then you just add a new one. And then all you're going to do is add yourself to the pixel and add your ad account to the pixel. That's it. It's very, very easy. All right, Janet, can you post that in the forums for me? Because I'm going to lose this as soon as I turn off the program. Yeah, awesome. Post that link in the forums, please, please, please. If I can record the screen, then it's going to be much better. All right, we're going to close off with that. If you guys have questions, guess where you can go? Forums. And guess when I'm going to see you next Thursday at 10 o'clock, where we're actually going to fire some of these up as tests, not only on Gearbubble, but we'll start with Facebook for this. If we have enough time, we'll go into YouTube. If not, that'll carry over into the third training for YouTube ads. So we'll probably stick to testing on Facebook though, just for time constraints, because we have like an hour each week. So your goal, your homework, I want you guys to create your lovely little Google Sheet, and I want you to fill it with 50 ideas for Father's Day mugs. And I hope you enjoyed the process that I go through and the thinking that I go through and how I can take something that exists, and I want you to do the same and say, well, what if I added a picture on the back? What if I put a personalization here instead of like Papa, I put their name, you know, stuff like that. So go ahead in your notes and say, well, how can I tweak this to make it unique? Okay, awesome. I'm going to end it there. You guys have a great day, and we will talk to you next week. Hey everybody, welcome to the webinar. This is the Father's Day 2020 webinar number 2. And I'm just making sure, just give me a 1 if you can hear me and see my screen okay. Right on. Good, good. Where am I here? Dashboard, nope. Sorry, just fixing this. All right, and number 2, where is everybody located? Where are you watching from? Let me know. If you can't hear audio, there's one guy saying they can't. Everybody else says they can. Then check your settings on your computer down here. Make sure you got the right speakers on. Make sure you got your volume up. There's a whole bunch of different ones in here for me. So just make sure that you got the right one on and make sure you got your volume up. All right, so we've got New York, United Kingdom, The Hague, Netherlands, right on. Hello, Anita. California, another from the Netherlands, Ontario, Minnesota, New York again. Oh, hey, John. As you can hear, my voice is not good. Baltimore, Switzerland. Holy crap, we got worldwide here this morning. So just give you guys an update. I have strep throat, and this is like day 4 or 5 now, day 5. So it's actually feeling better. But yesterday I couldn't really talk. It really hurt. So I'm not going to be talking super loud. I've got all my volumes turned up as high as I can so you guys can hear me okay. But this is going to be a struggle to get through an hour of training just voice-wise for me. So I do apologize if I sound a bit off. It's just because my throat is like destroyed. So the only symptom I had is a sore throat. That's it. No fever, no anything else. Just straight up sore throat. And I was thinking back, I kind of get this every spring anyway. It seems I get a sore throat, so nothing major. But right on, yeah. Okay, so let's dive in today. So we did our sheet, right, in the last training, and we got a lot of good ideas. And did everybody go ahead and do their research and get, like, complete the homework? Give me a 1 if you completed all the homework from the last one. Right on, everybody. Cool. Good, good. Okay, so I got a whole bunch that I'm going to be running, but what I want to do is show you kind of a combo of what we can do here. So I want to show you one that has like a picture upload to it, because I think the ones with the pictures are going to do very, very well. So I think this, Dear Daddy, I cannot wait to meet you with the picture. I think this is awesome, and I am going to run this one. But I do like this Best Dad Ever one too with the picture on the back. But one of the ones that kind of stuck out to me is like this funny one that says, you know, typically this one just says, I smile because you're my father. I laugh because there's nothing you can do about it. And then their name. But I think if we took this and kept like, you know, the name on the front where they can personalize it, and then on the back, I think if we can upload, get the buyer to upload a picture of them and their father like is smiling and laughing. Or even we can say, you know, right now, if you're, you know, go see your dad and take a selfie of you and him smiling and laughing, and then put it on the mug and get it to him for Father's Day. And he'll be blown away that you could get that picture that you just took onto a mug for Father's Day. So I think a lot of people already have pictures of themselves and their parents, but if they don't, that's the beauty of this picture upload thing. They can literally just go and take one, and right from their phone, they can get it on there. So I think this is what I'm going to do, just because the other ones I'm going to do as well, but I want to show you guys this one first. So what I'm going to do, and somebody did actually show me the word swag thing. So I'll record what I'm going to do here. So step one is we need this part. We need I smile because you're my father. I laugh because there's nothing you can do about it. So right now, if you guys have the app, and again, I don't have an Apple computer, so I cannot do it and show you at the same time. There's no way to stream like my phone from like on GoToWebinar. So right now in the background, I am loading up WordSwag, and I'm going to do up a quick little transparent background. And I'll shoot a video of what I'm doing here, but I'm just adding the text. Then you'll see what I come up with here. So I smile because I'm just typing this into WordSwag. You're my father, and you guys can do this with me too if you want. Father, comma, I laugh because there's nothing you can do about it. I'm going to put love, and that'll be like the blank part. So you'll see this in a second. So to get WordSwag will give you a warning when you do this, saying that they don't like the exclamation point I put on it, but just continue anyway. And get this one. Still just going through a couple, trying to find one that fits. Come on, WordSwag, give me something good. You could also do this in Canva, or you could do this in Photoshop. Oh, that was there. That's good. And I'm just going to change the font color to black. Good enough. And I'm going to email it, and then you're going to see it in a second here. Send. Okay. So now, if I open up my email, should have one in here. There it is. So that's it. I smile because you're my father. I laugh because there's nothing you can do about it. So just make sure you got all the spelling right. I'm going to download this one. So it's called Design 9, but I'll do the show and folder thing. And then what I'll do, oops, oh, lost my folder. Where'd my folder go? Come on, show and folder. Oh, there it is. Okay, so I'll just copy this. And I'll go D drive. And in here, I'm going to make a new folder. And I'm going to call this one mugs. And then I'll make a folder in here. I'll call this I smile because And then I'll just paste that in here. So there, my design's ready to go. So now I can move that over here and I can go to Gearbubble. And yeah, you can see yesterday was a really good day for me for sales on Gearbubble. Today is not bad. Mornings tend to start out a little slower. I don't know why. But go to launch, traditional. And then we're going to do a mug. So scroll down to next step. And here we're going to upload the design. Upload graphic. And we're going to go to D drive, challenges, Father's Day, mugs. Double click that. That'll make this big. And really, I mean, this design is not the greatest, but it's good enough. It'll do. If I could redo it, I'd probably make the font a little bit bigger. Now, so I'll leave that on there. Before I do anything though, click on add another style and do 15 ounce. So you're gonna kind of show a picture of 11 ounce, but it's actually gonna do 15 ounce. And we're gonna leave it as white. And the base cost for that will be $19.95. And here's where we're gonna add a text layer. Right here. I'll just kind of put it, actually I'll put it right here. And then you can change all the fonts to whatever you want. Just find one that kind of matches the font that you use. I don't know what font that is from WordSwag, which would be helpful if I knew that, because then I could match it directly up. Not bad. Courier? No. This one? No. It doesn't have to be perfect. Georgia? No. Dad hand? What the heck is that? Dad hand? No. There's some weird fonts in here, that's for sure. Flatline, lemon cookie. Well, is there a cursive one? Brush script. Yeah, why don't we do that? So I'm gonna do it like so. There, so it'll kind of look like they signed it when they type it in. And now you're thinking, okay, but you said put a picture on the back, right? So I can actually put that up a little bit. Space out a tad. And then, so then I click on see back. And now here, I can add a photo layer. And I just make this big. And then in the text, for the ad, the front I'll show, and then I'll also show the back, and I'll say, upload a picture of you and your dad smiling and laughing. Or just, not even that, like just upload a picture of you and your dad. So we're not gonna click duplicate image on the back. We could even change the color of the font if we wanted, I guess. But I don't care, I'll leave it black. So we'll go next step. So we've got 11 ounce, I added the other style. Base cost $19.95, added the layer here, clicked on see back, and then added the photo layer. And then so we'll go next step. And then this one is going to be and then you can say would your dad get a kick out of this mug? Yes, he would. Go ahead and personalize it with your name on the front, and then upload a pic of you and your dad on the back. You can take a pic or upload one from your phone or computer. Get him one now. And he will make this his new paper mug. There. Okay. Now category and all that, I'm gonna leave that blank. Tags I'm gonna leave blank, just because I'm actually gonna hide it from view. So on the when it's a 1 day, 10 p.m. and remember, this is just from the olden days when you could do different lengths and they would have like a countdown timer. And you actually can have a countdown timer on here on Gearbubble's end. However, Facebook doesn't really like it, so I wouldn't use that if you. I wouldn't use the countdown timer if you're running paid ads because Facebook doesn't like the countdown timer. It's fake scarcity. So now we need a URL. So I'll put. This is probably gone, but smile because mug there. So that's okay. And then 11 ounce is $19.95. The big one, we're gonna make it $21.95. So my profit per sale is 15 bucks, but because the price is lower, I should be able to sell that profitably still. The button text, you can click buy it. You can leave it as buy it now. There's a reason it's buy it now, because Gearbubble has tested this quite a bit, and they found that works best. So let's go to click terms of service, and then launch. And then on this one, we're going to launch something right away. So we're going to go to my account. And I'm actually going to launch the upsell right away. So that's what it looks like. I'll just open that in a new tab. So you can see, in order for them to test it, and then they click on the back, and then they can upload the picture. So it even says upload. Please click here to upload it now. Right. Okay, so we need an upsell. So I'm actually going to upsell this as, what am I going to do here? I had a good idea and I forgot what it was. Is it a shot glass? I think it was a shot glass. I was not sure if it'll fit. Well, let's do this. Yeah, travel mug. Because if they buy the coffee mug, then odds are they'll buy a travel mug too. So that $10 per sale, I don't like that. Let's bump that. So we'll make it $29.95. Yeah, a beer stein or a mug. Good idea. And then we'll just repeat the process. So I'm just going to upload this. And then we'll add a text layer. And I think I did some font. This one? Yeah, brush script. And then we'll just go click on see back. And then add photo layer. And then I'm just clicking the bottom and dragging it out. There, that's good. See it front. So, I mean, excuse me, technically, you could even start with this instead of a coffee mug and have the coffee mug as the upsell. But I think the coffee mugs are going to do a little bit better. So let's click next step. And then here we'll go I smile because, what's this called? Traveler, isn't it? Traveler mug. And then I'm going to leave the description blank because I'm not really running anything to it. It's just an upsell. Category I'm going to leave blank. Tags I'm going to leave blank. 10 p.m. and then smile. Traveler. Okay. So $29.95, but I am going to offer a discount on it on the upsell. And then click you agree to terms of service and then launch. Okay, cool. So now we've got our mug and we've got our upsell set up to run. So before we do anything else, let's just kind of block all those little spy jerks. So go to my account, click on settings, and we're just going to block people from, like I get followed all the time and people copy like everything I do. So go to other, general settings, and it's right here. Allow campaigns to be searchable in the network. Turn that off. And then go back to your account and then just go to the next one and go settings, other, general, and right here, and then save. Now, why am I doing that? So I'll show you a new incognito window. Because right here under shop and new releases, you'll see all the new releases that are out there. So that Yoda mug, I would not run. You'll get sued by Disney, and I hope Don catches that. But look, here's all the new ones that people are launching that they're not blocking from people seeing. So actually, that's funny too. Mom's favorite little turds. Hilarious. So that's why I block it, because when my stuff shows up here on the new releases, there are guys that just watch this page. So they'll go like this and they'll see one. They'll go, oh yeah, I'm going to make a copy of that. Like, it just sucks, but that's what people do. So this is kind of like, dear mommy, I can't wait to meet you. You're doing a great job. You're my hero already. Happy first Mother's Day, mommy. Love the bump. So that, I mean, that mug will probably do very well. But that's why I do it. That's why I do that step, in order to block from being shown on the new releases. All right, so let's go back here. Okay, so we've got that. And now what we need is settings and then the upsell. So let's go upsell. Let's turn that on. And then let's select this one and put a discount of like 20%. Update. And then you'll see it updated successfully. So then we can go back to my account. And the last thing we do is we have to do the pixel. But I wanted to show you guys how to make a Father's Day pixel for mugs. So what you do, and I could run this in a new ad account too if you want to see that. Maybe I will. So go to Business Manager, go to Business Settings. Excuse me. Business Settings. And then we'll do a new ad account. So let's go Ad Accounts. And then click the Add button. And we're going to create a new ad account. And I'll just call this one Father's Day. Hang on, I just gotta take a drink here. Whew. Okay, so I'm gonna do Father's Day. I'm gonna leave it in US dollars. And this is for my business, then create. And then I'm just gonna add myself as an admin. And I do have to do the payment, but that's fine. And then I'll just add assets. or sorry. Then if I want pages to show within there, and I'll go to pages. I just want this one. So I want this page to show in there. So it actually does because I'm added already. So that's a good thing. Now, the ad account comes with a pixel, but if I wanted to make a new pixel, I just go to data sources and then pixels, and then I would add a new one. You don't need that. Continue. And then I'm going to, excuse me, blah, manually add, and then just hit continue, and then cancel. So now over here, I go, oops. Oh, did I not do it? There it is, Father's Day. Now I need to add myself. So select your name, add it, assign. And then you need to add assets. So that uploads. Add assets. And in here, I'm going to find my Father's Day one that I just made. I click that, click add. So one ad account has been added to the Pixel Father's Day. So now this Pixel ID is what I'll use. So I'm just going to copy that to clipboard. And what I'll do is just open up a little notepad. Now let's go here. This is added plus. I'm just going to paste that Pixel ID. And this is going to be so now this pixel, I'll copy it. I'll go back here to Gearbubble, and I'll go to settings, tracking, hit that little side thing, and then paste that in there, click update. So now I've got my tracking set up. Now, if this is blurred out, if this is like this, if the Facebook pixel part is like this, then you need to go to here. You need to go to settings, tracking pixels. You need to click upgrade to the new Facebook pixel and click save changes. Then when you go into your products, you'll be able to use the new one. Okay. So again, settings, tracking, hit this little button there. So that's my tracking pixel that's attached. And I've got it open. And now when I hit reload on this page, you'll see that up here in the pixel helper. There's my pixel 229 view content. So that's good to go. So that's awesome. And then they can select 11 or 15, wherever they want. The 11 ounce is pretty small. I've got one. The 15 ounce, for me, I drink a lot of coffee. I probably prefer the 15 ounce, but it's fine to offer both. All right, so let's move along here. Let's go to click on this and go to Ads Manager. And now we're going to go to our new one, Father's Day account. So I've got nothing in here, so this is kind of what you guys will see. And when I go to upload this campaign, it's going to give me a message saying that I have to update my credit card to attach it to the account. Or you can attach your PayPal account to this account too, if you want. So let's just start right here. So we want to advertise this. So in order to advertise it, we're going to need the front and the back. So I'm going to save the image here. I'm going to save this one as the front. And this is where these mugs require a little bit more work, just for the ad image. And I'll click the back. And then, so that's called back. There. And now I'm going to open Photoshop. And I'm going to create a new one. So I want 1080 by 1080 at 300 dpi. And then on here, I'm just going to import those other ones. So I'm going to open up my front and back. I'm going to open the front, the back, and the front. Open. Now I'm going to select all, edit. Or actually, let me remove the background. I'm going to use my magic wand. I'm going to select there, then I'll hold down Shift, select inside the mug. There. Now select all, edit, copy merged. And if I'm moving quickly, don't worry, you guys. You can watch the replay and see what I'm doing. Let's go edit, paste. And now when I click this move tool, and then it's Control T to get this. So what I want to have is kind of the front and the back. So now let's get the back, and I'll do the same. So I'm just going to remove the background, the magic wand, select there, hold down Shift, select there, press the delete key, select all, edit, copy merged, go back here, and I don't actually need to create a new layer. Just go paste, and it'll put it on a new layer. And then hit your move tool, and then Control T. I'm gonna make that smaller. Go like that. And then we could put something like front and back, so do a layer. We'll do some text. In this text, we'll use, what's a good blocky one? Oswald, I like that one. Then we'll go kind of a reddish color. We'll just say front. And that we might want to make it a little smaller. So just click on your text, and then, well, you can use your move tool, and again, Control T. We've got a lot of text going on, so Facebook might not like this. Then I'll do that. And I'll just do a duplicate. Let's move this over here. And hit the move tool. And again, like if I had more time, I'd kind of tinker with this a little bit more, but the thing is, done is better than perfect anytime. So I might get in trouble for too much text, but who knows. So then I'm just going to go File, Save As, and we're in the right folder, so I'll go 1080. So File, Export, 1080, white. And then what I might want to do is just change the background color. So, turn that off, I'll do it. So turn that off, put a new layer, drag it down, and then just go to solid color. I don't know. That looks bad. You'd be amazed at how much ugly works. So. And you can change those colors too if you wanted. Select the layers and then there, and we can change these colors. All right, let's just try that. So I'll just save that as 1080 PSD, place it, then File, Export. And we'll save this one as 1080 gray. Not crazy about that because I'd need to go back and take out the shadow here using the eraser tool, but it's a very, very tedious process, so I'm not going to do it live here. The basic gist is you need 2 images. Okay, in order to run these ads. Just looking here. There. Okay, so we've got everything ready to go now for the campaign. So, campaign-wise, let's go create. And some guys were getting this guided creation as their default, so your screen might look like this. This is not how I set my stuff up ever. Up here on the top right, always click this, switch to quick creation, then leave this page. This is what you want it to look like. So I'm going to show you my main method right now. So this is campaign number 1. This is Gearbubble. This is a CBO. And this is my steady method. So I'm going to test with this, and then if it does take off, I'm just going to continue with this exact campaign. I'm just going to convert not even convert the test campaign, but I'm going to keep the campaign going, put it that way. So what I found is a lot of people have in their mind that, okay, I'm going to test one way, and then when it works, I'm going to change everything and try and scale it another way. But you don't need to do that. Like, you can take your test campaign and just keep it going and ramp it up and scale it within that same campaign. So my whole thing is I'm really trying hard to get more consistent revenue throughout the year, even regardless of if it's a holiday or not. So what I need Facebook ad methods that are consistent and that deliver consistent results. So I've been running the method I'm about to show you since March 3rd on one product, and it's been profitable, like basically every day. There's the odd day that it'll drop out of a week, but I would say 90% of the time I have profitable days with this method. So, and you're never going to get 100% profitable days. And the old idea of running an ad campaign and setting and forgetting, it doesn't exist. So get that out of your head. That does not exist with paid traffic. So you're going to have to do a couple things every day. I'll show you what to do, but we're going to do conversion campaign. And here, we're going to set this to 1,000. Now this is a new campaign. It might not let me go that high. It might limit me to 250. If it does, just go 250. That's fine. Now we're not going to spend 1,000. Okay, so don't freak out. But in here, we're going to do our first one. And this is May date. Now we'll put interest in here. And we'll put like who it is. So we can, I mean, how do you target for Father's Day? Well, who's got a dad? Well, everybody. I mean, some of us don't have dads that are alive anymore, but we've all had a dad, and the bulk of the population has one that's alive. So we could really make sure they're alive by kind of not putting the age too high. So if we went to like, I don't know, a 65-year-old man or 65 plus on our targeting for Father's Day, their dad might be gone. So why not just cap it at like maybe, I don't know, 55 instead of 65? So we could go, I will go 21 to 55. And I'm going to break it between males and females. And I'll go USA. And then I'll go steady. Got to put the word steady in there. Then I'll copy this. Go down here, paste. Now the first one that I have to set up takes the longest. After that, it's quite easy. Let's go save to draft. All right, so I'm in here. This is your campaign. This is your ad set. This is your ad. Now you can collapse this window and you can open it anytime. Or you can just click on here and then you can click edit and it'll open it. So this is where you do your edits. So we've got our Father's Day pixel. If you want to make sure that's the right one, so it ends in 540, just go to your product, go to Pixel Helper, it's 540. So just verify you got the right one. Now in here, everything's red because I don't have any purchases, but you're going to select purchase anyway. And then it's going to say your ad may not be optimized per conversion because we haven't received any activity from the conversion you selected at all. We're in more than 14 days. So we'll just get rid of that. We know. We're going to turn on dynamic creative. I'll say that, continue. And now down here, I'm actually going to start this right now. But here's the key to this whole thing. Add spend limits to this ad set. And we're going to put a maximum of $12.50. That remember, we have like $1,000 daily budget. It's never going to spend that because it's going to spend $12.50 per ad set. So if I have 10 ad sets, 10 times $12.50 is $125 maximum that I'm going to spend per day. Okay, so that's how we do it. It's a little trick with CBOs. Now, we don't need any custom audiences because we do not have any yet. And we're going to go in here and we're going to put United States if it didn't default for you. Well, we have people around the world, so it won't remove Canada in this case. I'm going to go with men. I'm going to go with 21 to 55. And now down here, I'm going to turn off the detailed targeting expansion. Turn that off. And then here, I'm just going to go like, see if anything comes up. So Father's Day does come up. So that's 6 million people. I'm going to try that. Just copied it. And then connections, leave that. Leave everything else on the default. We are going to use auto placements. We're going to use conversions. Leave everything on the default. 7 days click or 1 day view. That's fine. Why? Just because it works. So up here, I'm going to put that. I'm going to copy this whole thing. I'm going to go to my ad. And in here, I'm going to put the name. Paste. I'm just going to go to Gearbubble. I'm going to grab the URL. And go back to my ads manager. And in here, I'm going to put a page. And I'm going to use the selected page for Instagram. But I'm just going to scroll down past a couple things. See this red box? That's where you put your URL. And that other thing will go away. Well, in a second. So you get messages as you're building it. We're not done building. So here I'm going to hit select images. And I click upload. And this is where I go with my awesome high quality images here. Look like crap. Continue. All right, so there's my images. Now, optimize creative for each person. Vary your ad creative based on each person's likelihood to respond. Yeah, why not? Turn it on. Let them do it. And then here's where you say, perfect mug for ad. This is it. Sign your name and upload your favorite pic to the back. He will love this. Get him one now. Okay. And then here, another option. Just kind of copy what you did. Perfect. And in here I can see it. There. And I know you guys are cringing at the way that looks, but it's crazy, but the uglier stuff is, the better it sells. Click here for details. Then I'll add another option. Click here to customize. And then the description, I'll put, he will love this. And then add another option, get him one now. And then the call to action. So we're going to use learn more, and then we're going to put shop now. So that's what it's going to look like. But Facebook is basically going to mix and match everything. So it'll match kind of this, the images, the headline, the description, and the call to action. So if you look at this, what we're giving them is this. We've got 2 images times 2 headlines times 2 descriptions times 2 buttons times 2 primary text. 32 options. So between the image, the primary text, the headline, the description, and then the buttons called action button, that's 32 variations that they will put together by mix and matching everything, and they'll come up with the best one that they like. So we're doing this dynamic creative because Facebook loves it. They love it when you split test ads, and they love having options. So you can see we've got a huge audience of like 6 million people here, and Facebook loves that too. So if I go to the reach, it's like 6 million. Now, what I'm going to do now is I need like a bunch of other ones. So if you're testing, you have options. I typically go with 10 ad sets, but you can certainly do 5 if you're just testing. And then the key to testing is set your limit. So if you say, I am willing to spend $50 on this design to test it on Facebook, then once your entire campaign spends $50, you have to decide if you're going to pursue it or not. So the way to decide that is to say, let's pull this up for a sec. Testing keys. Set a fixed test budget per design. 50, 100, whatever you choose, but stick to it. When you hit that test budget, what do you do? So if one sale, it's iffy. Could have been luck. If 2 sales, it's got a better chance of being a winner. If 3, we'll say 3 plus. Odds are it's a winner, and you can ramp it up and scale it. Okay, so if you go with $50 spent on your design, then you spend that 50, you have to start asking these questions. Did I get sales? So the one other thing too, things I do not care about. People ask me this all the time. Likes, shares, comments, CTR, CPC, CPM, ABC, XYZ. Those are all white noise metrics that do not matter. The key metric, I can see the comments lining up, you want to look at or you want to measure is one thing. Purchases. That's it. Okay, so when people are posting in the forums, and it's cool, I know you guys get excited, but you're like, well, I got a whole bunch of likes, whole bunch of shares, whole bunch of comments. The click-through rate is just phenomenal. The cost per click is so low. The CPM is wicked. The return on ad spend, well, that's a metric that actually does matter. But all of those are things that you can't deposit those in your bank account. So you can only deposit revenue in your bank account. And revenue comes from one thing, and that's purchases. So yeah, if you launched 5 designs and you got a bunch of add to carts and nobody was buying, then you're close, and maybe it's a price, maybe there's some technical issue, maybe the page wasn't loading right, I don't know what, but I want you guys to wipe all that away and just say, I'm focused on sales. That's my metric with ads, because that's the thing that brings in the money. If you're spending money, you got to bring money in, and you got to bring more money in than you're spending in order to make this stuff work. So don't worry about all those other metrics. They just do not matter. All right. So I'll put that, slide that over. So now I'm going to, just because of time and my voice, I'm going to create 5 more ad sets, or 4 more. So I'm going to have, my test is going to be 5 ad sets. Typically I'll go 10 ad sets, but I'll just go 5 for this because I think a lot of you should start with 5. So what do we do now? Hit these 3 dots, do a quick dupe, and then we're into the copy. So here, I'm just going to make one change. I'm going to go women. So I'll go Control A, Control C, scroll down. Just change this to women. So women and Father's Day. 16 million. Paste. Now, do a quick dupe. And I'm going to do something that you guys might freak out about, but no interest. I'm not even going to run anything. So how do you target for Father's Day? You don't have to. You can rely on your pixel to find these people. So I'm actually going to remove this. Change that to men. There's my target. 81 million men, 21 to 55 in the US. That's it. Click on the ad. Paste. Click on the ad set. Click the 3 dots. Do a dupe. What's my next one going to be? Women. Control A, Control C. One change. Women. 86 million. Huge, eh? And I'll tell you, these no interest ones are my best performers by far. Now you might want to get cute here and try something different. So for my 5th one, I could try something like this. Family. Narrow. Love. Family and love. That'll work. Or you can even put something like, there's one. I love my dad, so let's try this. The only reason I put that in there is because I can go to suggestions. I got Father's Day US, Father's Day, American Dad, family, parents, Christmas gift, relaxing. So it'll give you suggestions. So why don't we try Father's Day United States? And then this one, I guess we'll do all. So that's 1.5 million Father's Day United States, but I'm targeting men and women. So you are free to mix this up. So I'll put M and W. So I've got 5 going. And then if it were me, I mean, I would just do duplicates of these 2 no interest ones to fill out the rest of it. But that's good enough. Now if I hit review and publish, which I will, it's going to give me a thing saying, yeah, we want your money first, bud. So can't do that yet because I don't have my credit card hooked up to this. But you will have yours hooked up. So you review and publish, you'll see a little status bar up here. And the last step that we have to do is we have to go click on this. And there's a little thing called automated rules. We'll open this up. So this is good because there's none in here. So you make sure it's your Father's Day account. We're going to have 3 rules running. And one's going to be for add to cart, one's going to be for purchase, and one's going to be for return on ad spend check. So create a rule. So this is all active ad sets, turn it off, and in here, we're going to trigger it based on the ad set name containing the word steady. So once you create these 3 rules, any ad sets you create in the account with the word steady in it, this will apply. So you don't have to recreate these rules after. It's a one-time thing. And this will be our add to cart one. So if add to cart is smaller than 1 and our spend is greater than, I usually go about half of my break even. So my break even is 15. So if I don't get an add to cart by $7.50 spent, then I'm going to turn it off. So I'll call this rule steady. Rule number 1, turn off if add to cart is less than 1 and spent greater than lifetime. So I'm going to copy that, create, close, and then I'm going to create my second rule. I'm just going to look kind of the same. Settings, ad set name, steady, and so here is, we don't have a purchase yet. Purchases, is smaller than 1 and plus sign spent is greater than or break even, 15. I'm going to have it shut off the ad set. So we'll call this rule number 2. If purchase is less than 1 and spent is greater than 15 lifetime. Great. So that'll take care of if you have no sales. So then we need 1 to check when we do have sales. So again, settings, ad set name, and then the word steady. And this is going to check if we have at least 1 purchase. So purchase is greater than 0. And second thing is our return on ad spend. It's right here. Website purchase return on ad spend. So it says the total return on ad spend from website purchases. This is based on the value of all conversions recorded by the pixel on your website and attributed to your ad. Note that this value is a ratio. For example, a value of 0.8 is the equivalent of a return on ad spend percentage of 80%, meaning you're losing money. So 1 is a break even. But with Gearbubble, they do pass through the value of your sales back to Facebook. So you can use this successfully. If you're using Shopify or some other format, just make sure that they're passing through the values. So for me, I go, if the return on ad spend is smaller than 2 over lifetime, then shut it down. But I don't want it to run every 30 minutes like the other two. So you click edit custom schedule, select all my days. I just want this rule to run once per day. And I run it at 11 o'clock at night. Because stats don't update in real time. So you want to give Facebook all the time they need to update your stats, especially on your winning ad sets. So make yours look like that. That just means it'll run 7 days a week at 11 o'clock p.m. That's it. Instead of trying to run every 30 minutes. So we'll call this number 3. And you can even put this. So these rules will control that campaign, and they'll shut things off if doesn't get an add to cart by 750 spent, if it doesn't get a purchase by 15 spent, and if it has a purchase but the return on the ad spend drops below a 2, it'll shut it off at 11 p.m. each night. Pretty cool, right? So this is all ready to go. I just got to add my credit card, and then we're basically up and running with our first test. So now if you say, okay, I'm going to spend $50, then you could technically do another rule in here saying steady rule number 4. If the total spend lifetime is 50 and purchases is less than 1, shut it down. But I like to watch mine anyway, so I don't need a rule for that one. Just because I watch my ads like daily. But if you're worried about that, you could put it in. I just don't use that rule because I'll watch for that $50 threshold or whatever my test budget is, 50 or 100. I'll just keep an eye on it. And as it's getting close, you kind of know if it's a winner or not anyway, because the real winners, there's just zero doubt. It just pops out and like smacks you in the head and says, hey, I'm a real winner. And the ones that are iffy, like I find anyone that posts, is this a winner? What should I do? My automatic gut reaction is, nope, it's not, because you're asking. Not that there's anything wrong with asking. It's just that you would just say, I think this is a winner. Like how you word stuff too. If you're confident, your gut says this one's really skyrocketing, doing well. You just know. And once you've experienced that a couple times, you'll get it. You'll be like, yeah, I get it. He's right. You just know. You know when you know. So keep an eye on that now. Keep an eye on all your tests and just make sure if you are a little bit paranoid about the budget, then do a 4th rule and set it up much the same way, but just do it on the total spent and have it shut off the whole campaign if you want. Okay. My voice is like killing me, but I'm gonna go through some questions here. And we're gonna close it off. So is word swag for iPhones only? Yeah. Word swag is right here. Oh, right. No, actually, I'm sorry. I think you can use it on it. Yeah. You can use it on Android. So that's it. Wordswag.co. It's on the App Store. That's the one you want. Which font was that? I don't know. Don't forget to take off the option to show to affiliates. Oh yeah, true. True. I actually never get sales on those. So in here, you want to make sure you turn off for affiliates. Actually, is that an account thing? Global affiliate. Yeah. So this is a global affiliate setting. Mine is off. If you turn this on, then it makes all newly launched campaigns available for our affiliate markets, which I don't want. Good point. How do you upload the Pixel Helper to your menu bar? Go here. It's this one, first result. Just click it. And you go to the Chrome Web Store. And then right here it'll say install it. That's one you want. To test several different mugs, are we going to need a different pixel for each one? And if yes, where and how do we do that on Facebook? No, create one Father's Day pixel for mugs and use that for every mug, okay? 10 ad sets, same mug, or a couple mugs in the same 5-10 ad sets? I would say like 10 ad sets for the same mug. Will you upload the demo for WordSwag to the forums? Yeah, I'll shoot one and I'll upload it. 3 sales between all the ads from test phase or from one ad set? 3 sales from the campaign, okay? Not like, you know, it's not 3 sales from one ad set, it's 3 sales from the campaign. Can you copy those testing keys and pop it in the forum? It'd be helpful to keep a copy. Yeah, I'll do that. As it's a newer pixel, would you set a higher budget for testing? Nope. What? Especially if it's new, I wouldn't set a higher budget. We gotta go low. We gotta really make Facebook work for our money. Add shipping costs on top of the mug price, if so amount. If you're not doing Gearbubble direct, then yes, you have to worry about shipping. I'm doing it direct, so it just comes right off the product when they buy it. And their shipping costs, I do a lot direct, so I don't even think about shipping, but it's $4.95 I think for US and like $6.95 for international. Pretty sure. Yeah, if you're using Shopify or GB Pro, then you have to enter the shipping costs. But if you're doing it the way I'm showing, direct, you don't have to. I have that right now. Add to carts, like 60 on one item and no sales. I can't figure out where the leak is. Ooh, yeah. Whoa, 60 add to carts? That's, yeah, there's something wrong technically somewhere. Should have way more than that. 10 ad set, is that for those with a budget of 100? Yeah, if you have a budget of 100, then 10 ad sets for your test. If it's 50, then I go like 5. The FB info is worth way more than the price of admission. Thanks. Oh yeah, no, I tell everybody, like, I'm not charging enough for this stuff. You get, these are like $1,000 courses that these guys show these methods, but I don't care. Why do we shut off if ROAS is less than 2? If the profit after ad spend is still in the black, the reason I do that is I want to lock in my profits. Oh, sorry, my voice is killing me. I find when an ad set takes off really well, it may start declining, and when it declines, it doesn't recover. So that's been my experience. So what I want to do is get it up there, and it might shoot up to like a 5 return on ad spend or 20 or whatever. Maybe you get a sale right away, and then it just starts dropping. The return on ad spend starts dropping. If it drops below a 2, it doesn't recover in my experience. So I figure, you know what, screw this. I'm just going to lock it in at 2. I can always do a duplicate of that ad set and run it again, but I'm going to lock in my profits. So a big part of paid traffic that I've found, and the reason I can profit a lot more consistently is because I do lock in profits. So if you lock in at break even, you didn't make anything. But if you lock in at profit, and a good profit, now you've got money, like house money coming in that you can use for other ads. So that's why I set it to 2. You could set it lower if you want, but you might find that you're going to burn through a little bit of money. I found word swag for Android. It costs £3 or so. Yeah, that might be the one. I thought it was free, but I think actually I paid for the upgrade too, because you get more fonts and more designs. Question, we should start ads at 5 a.m. But if Facebook hasn't approved it before 10 a.m., should I still start it that day? Yeah, if you have your maximum spend per ad set on, you're good. You're fine. Should I wait until my page has 19,000 likes before testing these? No. Start now. Different pixel for tees. Yeah, I think what I would do is like Father's Day, I'd have a mug pixel, and then I'd do Father's Day and have like a t-shirt pixel. Because I think they're different buyers. I forgot, Will, are you Gearbubble Pro? I do have a Gearbubble Pro store and an account that was given to me, and it's up and running. I just don't really use it because I hate customer service. So if you're using Gearbubble Pro or Shopify, customer service is on you. The way I'm teaching right now, it's not. So the sales go through, but Gearbubble gets to handle all the customer service headaches. I don't have to worry about it. I don't even hear a peep about it. And I love that. I love it. I can't stand customer service, which is weird because I really love my forums and I love helping my customers, but I hate physical product customers because they are so annoying. Like they'll buy something and within a couple hours they'll be like, just checking, did my order go out yet? No, it's been like 3 hours, go away. And then the next day, yeah, just following up on that, but my order, did it go out yet? Like, are you kidding me? And some of these people drive you absolutely batty. They'll bug you all the time. And if you don't respond, they'll go off and they'll do a chargeback or they'll do some wacky thing. And I couldn't stand it. So I'd wanted to avoid it. Question, add a second mug for testing the same campaign, right? I'll get into that, John. For now, just keep them separate because that is an advanced method that I haven't really shared with anybody else yet. Off topic, are Gearbubble and Shine-On heart necklaces, what is the size compared to a coin, nickel, quarter, or $50? I don't even know how big a $50 is. I'm Canadian. If you have a loonie, it's that big. It's about that big. So I got some sitting here. I could actually, maybe I could take a picture and post it with some currency beside it. Question, but customer pays shipping on top of that $19.95. Yes, they do. That is correct. Great stuff, Will. Thanks for showing up, even though you're not feeling well. Hope you're feeling better soon. Right on. Thanks, Sean. I am feeling better than yesterday, so that's good. We don't start this new blood at 4 p.m. You can. I've just been starting mine at in the morning. Because this is not the reinforcement method. This is a different method. Could lots of add to carts and no sales mean that the customer gets scared when adding shipping costs to the total price? It could be anything. Yeah, it could be shipping costs, could be, who knows why they don't finish the actual sale, but there's a million reasons. Sometimes it's a technical glitch and maybe it doesn't go through. Maybe it's a processing glitch, maybe it's a payment glitch. I don't know. So just Gearbubble standard? Yeah, just Gearbubble standard. Is it easy to list an item on GB Classic and not on GB Pro? Yeah, it's simple. I just showed it. I have AutoStore. Could I redirect to Gearbubble so they take care of the customer service? You can, but all you really do is just go to my account and just launch it right there. So if you go to Pro, well, check. I don't have anything running on the Pro, but when you guys log into Gearbubble Pro, it looks like this, right? Something like this. So, oh, I got more sales too. That's good. So if you go, the way I get in here when I log in is I go to manage orders and orders, and I go to my account, and then right in here, you get to this dashboard where you can launch. And when you launch in here, you're right on Gearbubble. I got some sales. Not many. Slow morning. Okay. Let's go, thanks. Okay, I'm gonna close off very soon. So you put the rule 3 for 11 p.m. Because I'm in the UK and we'll be testing in the US. Should I change the time so it's 11 p.m. in the US and not the UK? Yeah, I would. Just like I have one account, my big account is set up in Pacific time, so I have to subtract 3 hours from my rules every time I want it to get going. Question, how many items do you have going in Gearbubble? Oh man. Over the years? Jeez. Thousands probably I've launched. I don't even know. Thousands. Like page, you know, you go to the bottom, you can see how many pages you have. Well, mine just says plus, 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 like there's a ton. Is that 4 sales from the campaign you just launched? I don't think so. I think that's a necklace I got running. 46 sales, I'd be having a beer right now. Can't wait. Yeah, I mean, that it is possible. And especially like, man, when you guys get stuff working right now, by the time Christmas rolls around, like starting in September, October, so that is like shooting fish in a barrel online. Like you will make, like I'm making pretty good money now daily, but it goes up exponentially during the Christmas rush. It's just freaking insane. So yeah, there have been some pretty big days, like $4,000, $5,000 days. For me, that's huge. I know other guys that I personally know have done like $92,000 in a day or more. But I mean, anything's possible. So these are good numbers, but I always want more. Anyway, I can barely talk anymore. So I'm gonna, if you have any questions that I missed, please go to the forums and post them. I'm gonna go drink some tea or something and try and get this voice back. So we'll talk to you guys soon. I appreciate you coming on. And in the next one, I'm gonna show you how to scale, and that's gonna be with like YouTube ads as well. So I'll teach you guys that. So get ready for that, and post your progress on the forum. Post any questions you have, and if you know the answer to any questions, feel free to chime in too. All right, everybody have a great day, have a great week, and we will see you guys soon. Hey everybody, welcome to the webinar. This is the third one, and in this one we're going to do the Father's Day Challenge. We're going to do ramping up and scaling. So first things first, can you hear me and see me? Just give me one in the chat box if you're good to go. And yeah, I'm feeling a lot better. The strep throat is gone now, so feeling good, back to normal. And number 2, just where are you calling in from? Where are you located? So you guys know I'm up in London. It's kind of nice out today. Not too bad. A little overcast, but warmer than usual. We had snow the other day. Like I woke up in there, I think it was about 5 days ago, there was snow on the ground. It was crazy. So we got New York, Nepani, Minnesota, all over. Who's from overseas? Must have a couple. I think there we go, Netherlands. Hello, Anita. The Hague, Netherlands, right on. So we've got worldwide here. Philippines, cool, very cool. All right, I'm gonna dive in. So we got to cover two things. So thanks for coming on. Like, I do have a lot of stuff to show you. We're going to cover two things today. And that's going to be basically, number one is Facebook ads. And number two is YouTube ads. Okay. They do work too. So there are people on the forums who like are going through some ad account issues with Facebook, and that's okay. I want you to know there are other routes that we can take. You don't have to do 100% Facebook. In fact, I'm trying to shift to like 50-50 and then split it up so Facebook is only like 30% of my traffic eventually. Because you never know. I've had my ad account restricted, like 3 times now, and I got like a 72-hour ban completely from Facebook a while back. And I got everything back, and I always do, like, knock on wood, tend to get it back. But it's weird because when you just load up your ad account one day and you're like, oh, your ad account's restricted, and they don't tell you why, and then you have to appeal it. And I'm like, you know what? Excuse me. Wow. I don't want to build my business just relying on one traffic source. So I'm going to diversify, and that's why I got back into Google. And I'm also getting into like Pinterest and trying Snapchat and everything else that I can possibly get my hands on for paid traffic. Even the native traffic, I'm working on that too, but it's not really profiting yet. So places like Taboola and Outbrain and things like that. So don't fret if you don't have access to Facebook. It's not the end of the world. I know that's where everybody focuses right now, but it's okay. So I'm going to show you Facebook and YouTube. Let's dive in. First of all, with Facebook, I put together some slides for this method because I do get a lot of questions on, I ran the test. My mug, by the way, got 5 sales so far, and I haven't really touched it yet because I wanted to show you guys what I'm going to do today on it. So the method is the CBO study method. I got to come up with a better name. If anybody has a better name for this, let me know. But the goal is we want consistent profits. And the best way to do this is kind of move slow and steady. It's like the tortoise and the hare. The tortoise, moves super slow, but it can win the race. So that's what this method is. And it's basically based on, did you find a winner? So if you found a winner in your testing, which is 3+ sales, is kind of a definite one. So if you spend $50 and you get 3 sales, well, you got a good shot at a really good winner there. So what do you do next? Well, you have to ramp it up. And how do you do that? You ramp it up and you scale it by doing this. I like to keep things as simple as possible with Facebook ads because they are super confusing. So you've got your test ad account, your test campaign. It's running, it's working. You've got some in there that are profitable, some ad sets. And you've got probably 8 of them or 7 of them that are actually turned off. So what you're going to do is every morning, I go in basically when I wake up, and I'll just create 10 new ad sets. So the goal is 10 new ad sets every day, except for Monday. And I'll leave all the settings the same. And basically what I'll do is I'll do a duplicate of the highest return on ad spend ad sets. So I've got my column set up that says return on ad spend, and I'll sort it from highest to lowest. My highest return on ad spend ad sets get duplicated. So if I have 2 or 3 of them that are doing really well, then maybe I'll do 4 of the top one, 3 of number 2, 3 of number 3. That gives me 10 total. Okay. I'm going to also delete any inactive ad sets from the CBO. And the reason I do that is I believe that we're freeing up the algorithm to work a little bit better and only focusing on the active stuff. I have done it in the past where I just let it sit there paused, and I do believe it bogs down the system. So I think the machine learning gets all mucked up if there's paused ones in there, so I just delete them right out. Plus, I'll tell you, once you hit 1,000 dynamic creatives in your ad account, you'll get a warning saying you've hit your limit. And you can then contact support and say, I need more dynamic creatives, and it'll take a while. Or you just delete the ones as you go, and that frees up space to do more new ad sets in the future. So that's kind of why I have to delete inactive ad sets, and the ad sets are turned off from those rules that we set previously. Rule number 1, if it doesn't have an add to cart by like 15 spent, then it shuts off. Rule number 2, if it doesn't have a purchase by 30 spent, then it shuts off. And rule number 3, if the return on ad spend drops below a 2, over the lifetime, then we shut it off. And that third rule only runs at 11 p.m. You can see those rules in the previous training session. The replay is right on the forums for you, okay? So you've got your 10 new ad sets every day, and you're just building and building and building the campaign. Eventually, you're gonna have 20, 30, 40, 50 ad sets running that are actually profitable. And you're just adding 10 new ones. It's like, think of your campaign like your car, and when you drive it, you burn gas. So the gas that you have to fill it up, right? Like once a week or whatever. Like lately, it's more like every 3 weeks, but you have to fill your tank. So your new ad sets are just filling your campaign tank with new fuel to go out and get more sales. Okay, you rinse and repeat every day, except Monday. You just let it run. I let mine run through Monday. I don't pause the good ones on Monday. I just let it run through, but I don't add any new ones on Monday. Okay, now to add a little bit of like turbo boost to your campaign, what I like to do is I'll add in one retargeting ad set for every 10 normal ad sets within the same campaign. And so I'll do a duplicate of my top performing ad set, and I'm going to change it so that it targets only people who viewed the page, excluding buyers. And I'm also going to change the ad copy to say, did life get in the way? Come on back and finish your order. That'll be one of my primary text. And the second one will be, we noticed you clicked our page and kind of viewed our ad, but you didn't order, so come on back, it's waiting for you. And then I'll be a little bit more aggressive in the headline. I'll just say click here to order, click here to buy now. But you can use the same ad images if you want, or you can mix up the ad images too, just to change it up. So the retargeting campaigns, or the retargeting ad sets within the campaign, these ones are actually very, very, very profitable because you're targeting only people who viewed the page but didn't buy. Okay, so that goes in the same campaign. That's it. That's called horizontal scaling. So I'm not going in, I'm not jacking up the budget, I'm not removing the limits for the maximum spend per ad set. I'm not doing any of that. All I'm doing is feeding it constantly some new blood, and I'm getting rid of the old stuff that didn't work. So it's a constant maintenance every morning of feeding it new and getting rid of the old. And that's it. That's how I've been doing it. And I've got one, it's now, what, May 14th? I've had one that's been running for since March 3rd, profitably. So using this exact method. Now, if we were in the Christmas season, I would be showing you guys kind of another method to do it, which is a lot more aggressive, but we're not. So I'm not going to show that right now. So this is just the one that I recommend during the in-between times. If you do have one that's really going, I mean, you're certainly free to increase that maximum spend limit to maybe 25 or 50 or 100 or whatever it may be. But when you do that, you're messing up the whole method. So the method may not perform the same as it does this way. So I mean, I'm just happier with the consistent profits than trying to get gigantic spikes and then gigantic falls. That's really, it takes an emotional toll on you when you go through that. So it just depends on your approach. If you want to go fast and furious, go for it. But I prefer more of a slow and steady approach. All right, is the audio working? I can't hear you. Oh boy. On my end, it looks like it's working. I think people can hear me. I'm getting some questions coming in. Yeah, it is working. Check your speakers. Like I know for me, I've got a bunch in here. Make sure you got the right one set. Make sure your volume set on your computer. What after I duplicate 10 ad sets and I only got one sale? Well, the ad sets that you do a duplicate of, they're actually going to be controlled by your rules. So if your rules will start turning off the bad ones and keeping the good ones going. If you get to the stage that you're actually going to start ramping up and scaling, then out of 10 ad sets, you're going to have at least 2 or 3 that are going to keep going. At least one minimum that's going to keep going. The other ones will get shut off. Another question, the retargeting ad set have to start a new one every day or allow the existing run to run over? Yeah, the retargeting, you let it run continuously and the rules just control it. Same as your normal ad sets. So it's not starting one every day. Okay, guys are saying the audio is working. Are you duplicating and running in the morning? I notice most sales don't come until about 4 p.m. Eastern, and I don't get profitable until later in the evening. Yeah, I noticed that too. My mornings are actually pretty good though, and then afternoons stink, and then evenings pick right back up and make a ton of money. So if in like Mike in your ad accounts, if you're noticing that 4 p.m. is when it really starts taking off, then do duplicates whenever you want before 4 p.m. and just schedule it to start at 4 p.m. So you can modify it that way, so that instead of starting right away in the morning, you can start at 4 p.m. And that may turn it from like a break-even campaign into a profitable campaign for you. Do you only duplicate ad sets with purchase or ad sets with add to carts? Well, it's return on ad spend, so it's purchase. If it has we're not really at this stage. We know it's a winner. We know it's pumping out sales. So yeah, it's going to be the ones that have purchase. The one that have like add to carts, they basically get another $15 to spend to get a purchase. So you could have some that have like 3 add to carts and no purchase. To me, that's not a good ad set. Don't worry about it, because we're actually going to hit that exact same setting, the exact same audience, but a different bucket within the audience with a new duplicate. So all these duplicates they're not targeting the exact same people. So say you have 1 million people in your potential audience for your ad set. When you're doing 10 duplicates of that ad set, it doesn't start at number 1 and go like all the way through. It starts at like it might show the ad to like number 1 to 100, and then the next ad set might show like from 300 to 400 within that audience, and the next one might show like 5,000 to like 6,000, and the next one might show like 99,000 to 100,000. Like if you look at a list of people within that audience. So that's why we do the duplicates, because within audiences, there's buckets of people, and our ad sets hit a different bucket every time. Okay, so you're not launching to the same people over and over and hoping that eventually you badger them enough to like convert. Do you treat Saturday and Sunday differently from weekends? No, I don't. I find lately, I've been finding Saturday's been like one of my best days, and then Sunday is starting to taper off, and then Mondays just stink still for me. I don't know why. Some guys are having great Mondays. I had one Monday that was really, really good, and then but it like overall over the history of my account, Mondays just are awful. So do we duplicate 10 ad sets consistent daily, or only fill up those shut off to make it 10 ad sets? Every day you do 10 ad sets. Okay, it's not 10 new ones one day and then nothing. It's every day 10 new ones. So regardless of what's happening with them, with your rules and everything, you take your best ones and you do 10 new ad sets, 10 new duplicates of your highest ROI or highest return on ad spend ones. So the duplicates do not change audiences, not changing the targets. No, not really. Like if you look at an audience of say Father's Day and men like 25 to 54, or even men 21 to 54, you're looking at an audience size of probably, I don't know what it was, like 3 million or 6 million. So at $12.50 per day, how much of that audience are you hitting with one ad set? Like a tiny, tiny, tiny fraction of it. That's why we can keep doing duplicates of the exact same one. Now, if you had an audience that was like 5,000 people and you tried to do this, it probably wouldn't work because the audience size would be too small. Are your ads generally CBO or ABO? This method is CBO. Now, I do have other methods that are ABO, which is ad set budgets, but I had to develop this because I thought, well, Facebook told us they were going to switch everybody to CBOs, and then they backed off, and now they're not. So now, I don't know, maybe they're going to phase out CBOs. It beats me. If I were doing this on an ad set budget, I would just remove the $12.50 max spend, obviously, because you can't do that. And I would just make each ad set have a daily budget of $12.50. So that's how I would just shift it from CBO to ABO. CBO, okay, somebody's saying, can you define them? So CBO means campaign budget optimization, and that means you set the budget at the campaign level, and Facebook will actually spread it out amongst all the ad sets within the campaign. So if Facebook sees something doing really well, it'll try and shift all the budget to that. It's not a perfect system though. So Facebook will take, say you have $1,000 daily budget on a campaign budget optimization campaign. That means that $1,000, it's up to Facebook where it goes within the ad sets. That's why we have to put controls on them, because Facebook is a little bit dumb sometimes, and it'll dump a whole bunch of money into an ad set that's not performing, while meantime you got a couple of really good performers that they're ignoring. So CBO means campaign budget, and it's more controlled by Facebook. ABO means ad set budget, which means you don't set the budget at the campaign level, you set it at the ad set level, and you control the daily budget for the ad set. So that's the difference between the two. ABO is like the old style that they've had around forever. CBO is the new style that Facebook wanted to bring in, but it just didn't work out for them. It kind of flopped and fell on their face. So that is not good. All right. So if you have questions, post them in the forums. But I mean, this is it. This is the basic gist. It's just 10 new ad sets every day, and delete the old ones, and just keep doing duplicates of your big winners. And you will see this eventually build out to like 15 profitable ad sets, 20 profitable ad sets, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. By the time you get up to about 30 profitable ad sets in there, you're going to be pulling in about $1,000 revenue and about probably 300 or 350 profit every day, like clockwork. Okay. So then if you get to that point, what do? You just keep adding ad sets. Okay. Now, there is supposedly a cap on how many ad sets you can have within the CBO, which I think is about 70 or so. So if you're getting near 70 in there, what you can do is start a second CBO identical to the first one, and just keep continuing the method in both. Okay, so that's a little bit down the road. Most people don't even get to that stage, but that is a good option for you. So what's next? Next is this baby. So I'm going to jump into YouTube ads. So we need a couple things here in order to do YouTube ads. And you guys are probably thinking, oh man, I don't even want to learn this because nobody talks about it, nobody does it, it doesn't work, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to show you why it works. I'm going to show you exactly how to set it up, and exactly how to set up your tracking, exactly how to do your video. The last challenge I did, I set up a video, but the video is really, really bad. So I'm going to show you a better way to set up a video on this call live. So first of all, we need a couple things. First, you need a Google Ads account. So go to google.com/ads. And if you're new, you can even get a coupon for this. So go watch Google coupon, or sorry, Google Ads. If you're new, here it is. So US Google Ads coupon voucher, go there, and they will match the amount you spend up to 150 bucks on new ones. It's only for new ones though. And so this is US, but you could search for Canada. So I can't use that because I already have a Google Ads account, but actually I have a couple. So this will go, I'm going to sign in. So I've got a couple here. This is my, you know how you have like a business manager in Facebook? Well, this is like a business manager for this. So I'm going to go into accounts, and I'm going to go into this one. I think it's this one. Yeah, I'll show you this one. So this account has been running a while. I don't think there's anything active in it right now. Let's check the campaigns. Nope. Good. So when you go into your campaign, well, when you go into your page, you're going to land like here. Oops. Accounts. There we go. So none of my ads are running. I don't have anything running right now. So we need a couple things. We need the ad account. We need a video that's actually on YouTube. And then we need a conversion tracking set up so that we can connect it to our Gearbubble account so that we are good to go. So this is my Gearbubble account. I kind of sorted it by my mug. And then actually I'll put this up, that new tab. So first things first, I'm going to do a video. So before we do anything within the ad account, I'm going to get my video going. So what you need is some type of video program, but this one is really, really good. I use this for everything. And you're going to watch me actually create this right now. All right, so we'll do a new project. And in here, I'm actually going to get some images and then I'm going to put them in here. So let me just move this down. First image I want is of the mug. So I'm going to put bread like so. And then I'm actually going to use my kind of screen capture here. I'm going to grab this. I'm going to save that over here. File, save as. I'll put video for training. I'll just save the front. I'll go back here, and then I'm going to do the back. Now the back, you need a picture, so you can go here. Just go to, well, or if you have one, I don't want my face on there, but I'll put father and child. Got a bunch here, and just pick anyone. And actually, you could split test these too if you really wanted. Or maybe father and let's try daughter. Looking for older kids, although it doesn't matter. Yeah, they got a lot of little ones. Yeah, let's give it a child. Oh, kid. Found one before. I can't remember where I found it. Maybe it was son. Oh, there we go. So there's a cool one. Man talking. So I'm going to save this. You can use these for free. So there it is right there. I'm just going to show in the folder. So have it ready to go. And now, here I'm going to upload it. There. Open. Then you'll see you can crop it. And then I'm going to take a screenshot of that. Oops, did it too fast. There. File, save as. I'll just save it there. Okay, so now I can start making my video in Camtasia. So I'm going to import media, and I'm going to grab those images. That one, and that one. And here, and go to properties. Oops. I'm going to change the color to white. Well, that's not white. That's white. And the reason I changed it to white is because when I drag these images on there, I want them to actually show. So first I'm going to do this annotation, and then I'm going to drag this down to the timeline, and then I'm going to change the font of this to black, and then I can type here. So I'm going to say, want the perfect Father's Day gift. I'll just make this bigger. Remember, this is going on YouTube, so I want to make it big and simple. And it doesn't have to be long at all. Then I can change the font size here too. That font is cool. The Mont or Surratt, whatever you call it. That's cool. So I want the perfect Father's Day gift. And then what I'm going to do is go back to my media. And, oh, actually, I'll put another annotation. I can copy this too. So down here, I'll just copy. And I'll click paste. It's always easier to edit something than it is to change it. How about a custom mug with your pick? And then I'll go to media. I'll drag this down here. And oh, that background is not white. Let's try and drop her then. Oh, I didn't hit apply, I guess. Alright, that's better. So now you can see why I did that. Because I have a white background for the mug. You can center, when you drag it, it'll center it. That looks off center, so I'm going to kind of eyeball it. Then I'm going to put another annotation and an arrow. And that will be this one. I'm going to put this right here. To grab it. Hang on. And you can change the style over here. Make that red. And make it thick. Alright. Now, I'll drag that over a bit. Back here, drag this back over. So, and then I'll just do, so what do I have here? Want the perfect gift. How about a custom mug with your pick? Add your name, and then I'll go, I'm going to do a voiceover in a second too. I'm actually going to copy this arrow. I'm going to drag it above. So you got your tracks here that separate things. Make that bigger. There we go. And then I'll do a duplicate of this one, copy, paste. So you can see I'm at 30 seconds here, and that's actually good enough. There we go. So watch this. There's no sound, but it's a perfect Father's Day gift. How about a custom pick or a custom mug with your pick? Add your name right there. Doesn't matter what your name is. And also, you can add your image on the back so that he can see your smiling face. Now, do you think your dad will love this? Of course he will. So you need to go ahead and get him one right now. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. Now, here's the cool part. Transitions. I've got behaviors. We've got everything. So I can do a whole bunch of weird stuff. It's not really showing the... There it is. So if I put this on here, now watch how it does it. Then I can do transitions. So just watch this. It won't really fade there, but this will. There. So just subtle little things that people might notice. So watch this fade going up. There you go. You can't really do these, but put them on there anyway. Then you can even put them in there. Okay, so now it's getting better. There we go. Oh, I did the wrong one there. If you want to edit these, just delete. There. See if I fix that. Okay, so now I'm going to do a little voiceover. Clear my voice. This did work last time I did it, so I'm going to go like this. Can't remember what I said though. Want a perfect gift? How about a custom mug? Think your dad will love this. Get him one now. Okay. Hey, want the perfect Father's Day gift? Who doesn't? How about a custom mug with your pick on it? This mug is awesome. It says, I smile because you're my father. I laugh because there's nothing you can do about it, with your name put on there. Then on the back, we can also add any image you have on your phone or your computer. Do you think Dad will love this? Of course he will. You know what you need to do? I think you need to get him one right now. So I'm going to go save this. Save. There we go. And now, when I play it, good. So now I'm going to share this, go local file, and I'm going to do 1080p. I'm going to go into my folder, D drive, challenges, Father's Day, and I'll save this as Father's Day mug. I don't need that. Finish. So that'll render, and then what I'm going to do is upload this video to YouTube. Now, you do need a channel on, or you do need a YouTube account. So I'm just going to use my PPC Coach one because we might as well. So I'm going to click Create, Upload, and then I'll select my file, which is there, Challenges, Father's Day, Video, and there's my video. So it'll upload that. And you can put in here like where to get it if you want. But for an ad, it's not really going to show any of this. So then we'll go to next, next. For visibility, I'm going to put unlisted. So it won't show on my channel as public, but I can still use it for an ad. Close. And then there's your video. So you click on it, and then we can go to here, and it'll actually show when it's processed, like when it's rendered. There we go. So this video is 1000% better than the last one I did in the last challenge. So this is more it. Make it short and sweet. I paused a little bit in the talking. You got to talk quick on these videos because you're going to lose them quick. So now we've got our video ready. Now we're going to go into our ad account, and I'm going to go to here, tools and settings, conversions. I'm actually going to create one. I already have one in here, but hit the plus sign, conversion, and then we're going to do a website conversion. So this is kind of step 2. So the action I want to track is a purchase. Conversion name is purchase, but it is a Father's Day mug. You can name it your mug title, whatever, but we can use the same pixel for all of them if we wanted. We can use no value, different value, same value. So if we know that, you know, we're going to make like $15 per sale basically, and go to US and go to not 115, 15 bucks. Now if they buy more than one, that'll be odd because it's Father's Day mug. So, well, maybe that was stepdad or a grandpa, but anyway, just put 15 in there, whatever the value is that you make, and how many conversions to count per click or interaction, just put 1. And in here for the click-through window, I'm going to put 90 days. View through, conversion window, 1 day, that's fine. Including conversions, yes. Attribution model, last click, that's fine. Enable enhanced CPC to help conversions and campaigns currently usually manual. We can turn that on. So then we click create and continue. And now here's where we have to install the tag into Gearbubble. So install the tag yourself. There's 2 parts. This part, copy. And if I'm moving quick, don't worry. You can watch the replay, you can see everything. So now let's go to our mug. Let's go to settings. Let's open this in a new tab. And we'll go to tracking pixels. And remember, we got our Facebook one here. And they do have one for Google, but I think it's old right here. So they got a remarketing snippet, Google conversion pixel, and Google Analytics. I'm not even going to use that. I'm going to go right to third party. I'm just going to paste in part 1, then go back to my ad account, scroll down, and grab this. So this is kind of the main code that kind of turns the engine on, and then this one actually starts it. So this is how you track your actual conversion. So there's 2 parts to the code. Go back here and paste the second part. There, update. So now I've got my conversion snippet here, and I can track my ads very easily. So I've got my video is uploaded, my conversion code is ready to go. Now, click next, done. Now I actually want to create a campaign. So now, where should I show my video? You give me some ideas in the chat where you think on YouTube I should show my video for a Father's Day mug. Let's go to YouTube. Now, I watch a lot of YouTube videos. Should I show it here before this video between 2 ferns? Should I show it here? How Michael Jordan's feedback shaped the last dance? Should I show it here on this Mother's Day stream from Mark Riblier? I can't even pronounce it. Or here, how about my It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia season 4 gag reel? Where do you think? Trending videos, yeah. So one method that I have shown is to go to trending and to put your video in front of these. You could do that. You could very easily do that. I did show that in the last training. It's in training replay number 3 from the Mother's Day challenge number 2. You can actually see me do that. Good point. You can do that. You will get a lot of traffic, but here's the thing. So Unreal Engine 5 revealed next gen real-time demo running on PlayStation 5. Okay, well, yeah, that's cool. That's probably going to have a lot of younger guys watching it, I imagine, which is fine because everybody's got a dad. I have news. I've been keeping this secret for a while. Today, thank you to all your wonderful people who took part in this video. I know it's a challenging time, but we're in this together. I don't even know what that is or who that is. Probably some YouTuber, beats me. Addressing everything, no clue. 2021 Toyota Supra is more powerful and better than before. Okay. So each of these videos, these trending ones, are going to have a different demographic that they hit. So I could certainly put my wonderful video in front of this and try and sell these guys a mug. But today, I'm going to show you something different. You're going to like this. Father's Day gifts. Look at that. Look how many gift things come up. So let's just search Father's Day gifts. Uh-oh. What do we have here? 8 last-minute DIY Father's Day gift ideas. Well, yeah. 9 DIY Father's Day gift ideas. Now, these are from a year ago, but they do still get traffic from search. 10 best Father's Day gifts for 2019. That will get traffic. Father's Day gift guide from 3 years ago. Look at that. 2.1 million. It's still getting traffic. Top Father's Day gift. Handmade Father's Day gift. Father's Day gift guide from 2018. Easy Father's Day gifts. Now, you can certainly filter too by this year if you want. You'll get more recent ones. You can filter by this month. You'll get very, very recent ones. Some of them have low views, but that's because they're brand new. So what I like to do is just start here, kind of go, I want to clear my filter. There. So I'm going to go with the results that come up when somebody types in Father's Day gifts into YouTube. So I'm going to keep an eye on these because I'm going to need these URLs. So let me open that in a new tab. I'll just mute that. So I want my video to show, my mug to show in front of this video. It's probably got a bunch of comments and everything too. So this was a popular one. And then you get more down here, down the side too. Do you see the power of this? So we can, people are going on YouTube and they're searching for Father's Day gifts and they're watching videos and they're going to see my mug, which is awesome and blows away all this crap. Well, actually some of this is pretty cool, but mine's better. So they're going to see my mug and you know what they're going to do? They're going to buy my freaking mug because I've got like laser targeting on this. So you know on Facebook, you kind of let it go and you let the pixel find the buyers. You don't do that on YouTube. You can go with Father's Day gifts and you can put your ad in front of all of these. So do you want me to show you how? I'll show you how. Let's keep that open. Let's go here. Let's go back to our campaign. Oops. It's always buggers me up. I think it's a back arrow. There we go. All right. So I'm going to go to campaigns. I'm going to click the plus sign, new campaign. Now here, I'm going to create a campaign without goals or guidance because that's how I always do it now. And you get all your types. You can do search, display, shopping. Video is what we want. Discovery, smart, or app. So I'm going to do a video one. And then down here, I can do a custom video campaign, which I'm going to. But you can do non-skippable in-stream, which means share your entire message up to 15 seconds non-skippable. So they cannot skip it. So after the first 5 seconds, people can skip your ad. They don't want to watch it. With that one, no, they have to watch it. So I don't really like doing those because I have to pay, and sometimes they're not interested, and it's really kind of blowing a lot of money. Outstream, not even going to bother that. Drive conversions, well, we can, but we don't really have anything on our pixel yet, so we can't. Ad sequence, nah. Shopping, nah. So let's go custom. Continue. And here's where we get into our settings. So we got the type there, and here I'm just going to put in, I like to number them still. Well, I'll call it this. I smile because mug. Bidding strategy, I'm going to use maximum CPV because I don't want to use target CPM, so we'll just leave it on default. Budget, now if I put a campaign total here, then I need a start date and an end date. Actually, I could do that, but I'm not going to. I'm going to do daily. So we know the Father's Day run ends on a certain day, so I could use a total, but I prefer to use this. I'll just put it at like 20 bucks a day to start. Because I kind of know that this one's already working, so I'm going to spend a little bit of money, and you can adjust this budget, which is the beauty of YouTube. I can increase the budget on my ads, and it's not going to fall apart like it would on Facebook. It's just a completely different animal, because they will only show my video if they actually have people typing in this stuff, or if they actually have people watching the videos that I'm going to put my ad in front of. Okay, so it's totally different. I'm going to start it right now. For the networks, click this drop down. I only want it to show on YouTube videos. Okay. Languages, I'm going to put English. Country, I'm just going to go with US right now. Actually, I'm going to put Canada and UK. Well, North America, I'll go with, because I think other countries have different days for Father's Day. Like I know they do for Mother's Day. So I'm going to stick with North America for this. Inventory type, I'm going to go expanded. And it defaults to standard, but I'm going to go here because I don't care about profanity or sexual content, nudity or violence or whatever. It doesn't bother me. Excluded types, we could exclude embedded videos and live stream and games. We'd exclude those. We want to exclude live stream because you don't want your video to show in front of a live stream because they're there for the live stream and they're not going to click off it. For embedded videos too, that means it's kind of off Facebook. So you can't control, you don't know if they actually typed in like Father's Day videos to get there. You don't know how they got there. So I'm going to exclude that too. Additional settings, here's the key. So for conversions, it defaults to account level. So I got to click it. It says use the account level, including conversion settings. If I do that, it's going to include all my conversions. So I want to choose, and then I want to select, and I just want to pick my one for the Father's Day month, because that's the one that's tied to with the pixel already set. So just this one, save. Okay, that's the only one I want to use. I don't want to use all the account level ones. Devices, I'm going to leave this on default. You're slow. Because I'll show you how to set a little trick for that in a second. Frequency cap, I'm going to have none. Ad schedules all day, but you can go in and say, okay, well, mornings work best and then afternoons. So I'm only going to run it from 6 a.m. to like noon, and then from like 4 p.m. to like 10. You could do that here, and it won't fall apart. But here I'm going to do it all day long. Ad group is I'm just going to create one ad group, and I'm going to put all my placements within that ad group. So I'll call this 001. I'll put all placements. Now demographics, and click that. And you can actually select female, male, female, or unknown, the age ranges, the parental status. Hey, if you're running necklaces for daughters or sons, and you want to make sure they're a parent, there you go, bingo. Now I'm going to leave these all on for now, but I can come back in later and I can adjust these. Audiences, I'm going to leave that blank. Keywords, I'm not going to go by keywords. I'm not going to go by topics. However, I am going to go by placements. So I click on here, and now I've got the option to do it by channels, videos, video lineups, websites, apps for all categories. What I like to do is enter multiple placements. And this is where I'll kind of go like so. I'm going to put this on the one screen. Just split it. I'm going to drag this onto the other screen. Actually, this on the other screen. Okay, so here's where I have Father's Day gifts member, and I want to put my video in front of this. So I just right click, copy link, paste, enter. Oops. And then I'll click and add one placement. I'll just do it one at a time so you can see. There it is. This video, my ad's going to show in front of this video now. So I want to do it in front of this one too. Copy. Enter multiple. I could enter multiple if I wanted. Add. Okay, so there's the second one. So now I can go enter multiple. Now that you're getting the hang of it. So it said enter placement URLs by line or paste in the list. So I'll paste, enter, do the next one. Paste, enter, do the next one. I'll just add those, make sure they add. So you can see down here they're adding correctly. So it's just one per line. Fathers and kids sculpture best for easy Father's Day gifts. So I'm going to do that one. Enter. 2018. Yeah, still getting some views. Father's Day cards. Yeah, that's cool. And then we'll scroll down. Father's Day gift guide. Sure. So how many placements are we at now? So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We'll do one more. Now you can do as many as you want, but I'm just gonna, for this video, I don't want to keep you guys all day because I got to do a little bit more on the setup. Oops. So what was that? 9 DIY. I think I was there. So let's go with this one. This will be our last one for here, but you can add in more. 10's a good start. So now I'm gonna make this big. You can see there's my placement. So my ad's gonna show in front of that. Bidding. Now this is a maximum CPV bid. CPV means cost per view. So it says it's the highest amount you're willing to pay for someone to view your video ad. So if I click learn more, Google's very helpful here too. It'll explain everything. So here's an example. If you think it's worth 25 cents to have someone watch your video, you can set US 25 as your maximum CPV bid. This means for a true view in-stream video, you'll pay a maximum of 25 cents when someone watches 30 seconds of your video, or the duration if it's shorter than 30 seconds, or engages with an interactive element, whichever comes first. Okay? Or for a true view video discovery ad, we're not doing those, so we don't even need that. How to decide. Now, how to decide is really, you set a number. If you're getting lots of traffic and it's profitable, you leave it there. If you're not getting any traffic, you have to raise the bid. So I'm going to set the maximum CPV. Most guys go with like 5 cents, but I'm actually going to go with this. 21 cents. Actually, you know what? Michael Jordan's documentaries are out. I'm going to do 23 cents. So I'm willing to pay 23 cents for somebody to watch my video. So how many videos can I get for like $15 to get a sale? So to break even, I think I'm doing this right. 65 views to get one sale is what I'm going to need. Now, I can bid 23 cents. It doesn't mean I'm going to pay 23 cents. I could pay like 5 cents, because if nobody else is bidding on that video, then obviously if competition doesn't exist, then they'll charge me a lot less. All right. So bid that. If you're not getting traffic, you're going to have to raise it. If you're getting, our rules will help us control it too. But I like to start on the high side. You could start at like 5 cents if you want, and then just raise it up. But I like to start high because I know I want the traffic, basically. Now here is where we create our ad. So we've got our video, and we're just going to copy the URL. Then we're going to go back to here, paste, and there it is. So now we've got skippable in-stream or video discovery. I'm going to select this, skippable in-stream, and it's got that nice thing, takes it. Now for the URL, guess where I want to send it? Right here. So go to Gearbubble, grab the URL, go back to your campaign, final URL, paste that in there. Display URL, we can put in just like gearbubble.com. And now I want a call to action. So my call to action is going to be either buy it now or order now or whatever. So this is where your channel kind of does matter, because my logo is going to be this, which people are going to think is weird. But I can change my headline at least to get your custom. I only have 15 characters. Customize it now. Ah. Get your mug now. Bugger! That's the same. Get it. So close! Perfect. Dad gift. Oh, you suck. I put customize this now. Like I'm one character away. So the buy it now button shows. There. Learn more now. Buy it now. Oh, that doesn't make sense. Order one now. I'll do that. There. Then URL, there's advanced in here. We don't really need this. Companion banner auto-generate using your channel banner, or you can upload an image. The image is 300 by 60 pixels, so I am actually going to make one. So let's go to here, and it's 300 by 60. So let's load this. File, new. Okay, image, or sorry, canvas size. That's not 300 by 60. That's 300 by 60. That's not. You bugger. File new. Let's go. There. Okay, now I'll zoom in. I'll just do a quick little thing. Make this fit. You don't have much room to play with here, so that's all I'm going to do. Because it's 300 by 60 is super small. I'll call this banner ad for YouTube. There. So I'm going to upload this, choose file. I'll just call this ad number 1, doesn't matter. And then create. And then so you've got your settings. Continue. There we go. I'm gonna X out of this. So we've got this ready to rock and roll. One other change that you want to do is you want to come in here. You want to go to no. What devices? I have to go up here. No, they don't have it. Okay, don't worry about that. Here are your placements, by the way. So you can see all 10 of them, and then you can see your bid here, then your views, your average cost per view, your costs, your conversions, your cost per conversion, conversion rate. So last thing we're going to do is we're going to add some rules to this. So let's go to Tools and Settings, and let's go to, where's rules under bulk actions. I've already got some in here, but just create a new rule, and this is going to be a placement rule, okay? And so it's going to pause the placement, and this is going to go to selected campaigns. And then we'll just go to this one and done. And the condition is this. So if cost is greater than, in our case, well, 15 is a break even. Let's go 10. And conversions is less than 1, then shut it down. Now, these only run once a day, okay? So you only have the options of once, daily, weekly, or monthly. So we're gonna run these basically at, well, I guess you could put 2 rules in. So why don't we do this? I didn't show you guys this before, but we do a 12 p.m. run using data from all time. And then we'll put the rule name here. Rule number 1. Turn off if spent is greater than 10, and this is kind of a little workaround. So I'll run that at noon, and I'll save it. And then I'm going to do another rule. Oops. Just get out of that. Another placement rule. And this is going to be pause. Placement in selected campaigns. That campaign done. Condition is the same. If cost is greater than 10 and conversions is less than 1. We're going to run this once, but we already have it. It's already running at noon. So we'll run this one at like 5. So actually we'll put it 6 hours away. So noon and 6 using data from all time. So that's a little workaround to get it to run more than once a day. Let's put this at 6 p.m. There. Okay, so we've got one running at noon, one running at 6, and it's just checking to see if it's spent $10 without a sale. If that happens for that placement, it'll shut it off. Now we need one more placement rule. And we'll put this pause placement, and it's going to be placements in selected campaigns. I smile because done. Now in this case, we have conversions, so it's greater than 0, but our cost per conversion is a little high. So we'll go conversions cost, and if it's greater than 15. So if it's greater than our break even, then shut it down. And again, we'll run this at noon. Using data from all time. This will be rule number 3. If, in this case, conversions greater than 0 and cost per conversion is greater than 15 at 12 p.m. So I'll copy that, save, and then I'll run this again at 6. So again, placement, pause in selected campaigns, done. And then we'll go conversions greater than 0. And the cost per conversion is greater than 15. I'll run this at 6 p.m. So twice per day. Now, if you wanted to get real funky, you could run it more often, but this is good enough. It'll catch it. We're not running huge numbers. I mean, the bigger budget, probably the more times you want to run it every day, just to make sure you're catching things. So I'll put this at 6. Just little safety valves. You can keep an eye on it too, right? And if you're checking your campaigns and you notice that maybe one's got a sale and then it didn't get another one, you can go in and manually turn it off too. All right, so that'll run our campaign for us. Now, how do we do everything else? Like, how would we scale this? So if you want to scale this, if it's working, you would literally come in and increase the budget and click save. That's your first move. Your second move is to go to placements, and you want to actually add more placements. So you can click edit, click your ad group, and then you can enter more. So we have 10 in there. Some of them will get shut off, so we're going to want to add more. Now the rules will apply to any that we add to this campaign. So we've got 10 in there. Say like 6 of them shut down and 4 of them are running. So we might want to increase the budget and maybe we dump in another 10 placements. You can do that. Okay, that's how you scale. So does anybody have any questions on that? I know it's a lot. I'm sorry. I don't mean to overwhelm people, but the beauty of it is you can go back through this whole video and you're going to see everything, and you can just pause the replay as you're going through. But the key aspects are you need a video, showed you how to do that. You need your conversion tracking installed. I showed you how to do that. Then you need your campaign set up. I showed you how to do that. And then you need your rules. So there's 4 aspects to a YouTube ad campaign. What I showed you today is basically a course for a lot of people. So I hope you got a lot of value out of that. Plus the Facebook ad stuff. That's good. I'll take some questions and I'm going to wrap it up. Okay, well, if we have funny mugs that might contain swear words or words related to the virus shutdown, will Google shut down the campaign? You know what? I don't want to say yes, because then if I'm wrong, you'll be mad at me. They are more lenient than Facebook is, but I still, I don't want to say yes. But I'm not going to say no, but I don't want to say yes. Okay, it's kind of like do it at your own risk type thing. I know if you did that on Facebook, yeah, you're going to get banned. But if you do it on Google, they are like, for example, I can run an ad that says want to make money online. I can run that on Google and they don't care. I cannot run that on Facebook. Okay, so you have to kind of, it's your own risk tolerance and what you're really willing to do. That was great. Gonna watch a replay so I can make the video. Right on, cool. So do you do YouTube ads for each design or just your Facebook winning ones? Good question. You can actually test on Facebook too. Don't think you have to just, or sorry, test on YouTube. You can run what I just did as a test campaign too. So if you want to kind of split your traffic 50-50 right now between, say, Facebook and YouTube, I would suggest you do it, because nobody else is doing this on YouTube. Nobody. There's nobody running print-on-demand products on YouTube. Nobody. I'm the only one. So, and you guys now too. I would test it. How's your performance for YouTube ads for the mug? I haven't run this one yet, but I do get sales from YouTube, and it does pretty good. I would say the ROI is comparable, or if even a little bit better than Facebook. Do you use different conversions for each ad or niche? Again, I kind of stick to the same thing where I'm going to use like niche pixels. So within here, I have this for my Father's Day mug. So I'm going to run all my Father's Day mug with that conversion that I just set up today. Incredible value. Thanks. Well, no problem. Can we use our personal YouTube account, or should we create one related to the business? Yeah, like I don't think it matters. It's just the logo. But if your personal account has like a picture of you, I actually think that would work very well. So I would have no problem doing that. Just when you get to the banner part, just make sure you make like a very simple banner. Are you selling your print-on-demand products on other platforms now besides Gearbubble? Yes. I hate having all my eggs in one basket. Yeah, I do. I still do Shine On. I still do. Even I have like some hoodies running on Teespring too. So I like to spread it out because mainly it throws off my copycat spy guys. And are masks okay for YouTube? I don't know the answer to that, honestly. I don't know if IR stuff is okay on YouTube because I don't run any of that stuff. So I don't know. I'm going to have to ask around maybe. The problem with asking around is nobody else is doing this. So I have nobody to ask. So I know people want to jump on these masks and jump on this virus stuff. Me personally, I don't, because I think it's going to die out and it's not an evergreen thing that I can get into. So yeah, I know you can get a quick cash grab, but that's not what I'm all about. I want stuff that goes year round, and then I want my holidays to kind of really get a good boost in sales. So yeah, I can't help you. I don't know. What's your take on running Google ads? I love Google ads. I started on Google ads. Even search ads work. What do you do if there's only 2 sales on 2 ad sets on a test and only spent $38? Continue until it turns off, or duplicate and continue to test. If you have 2 sales on 2 ad sets at 38 spent, I would say you probably have a winner. So I would pursue it. I would ramp it up and see where it goes. If you ramp it up for like 2 or 3 days and it's not profiting, then shut it down. But you're getting some signs of life. You just don't have like 38 spent. That's divided by 2 is you're not quite profitable. So it's iffy. I would rather find one that was profitable in my testing to feel better about ramping up and scaling. But if you really think it might have legs, if you give it a little bit more money on 2 sales, then yeah. If it had 1 sale at 38 spend, I'd say no. So it's really your personal call. Maybe it's something that you're very close. Maybe the pixel just needs a little bit more juice on Facebook. Maybe you run that same one on YouTube ads and it just skyrockets, right? You never know. So you're close, but it's just a matter of maybe give it a little bit more, run it for a couple more days, ramp it up and see where that goes. If it's not showing any signs after that, then just cut it. Don't run it for like 2 weeks or anything like that. I'm hesitant to run political mugs on Facebook due to fear of being banned. Is this fear warranted, even if I'm approved for political ads? It is absolutely warranted. I won't do them. I get my ad account goes through some weird spurts where I get restricted and then I get it back, then I get restricted, then I get it back. And I'm not even doing anything wrong. So I know if I ran political stuff, they'd be like, nah, you're out of here. So, I mean, if you want to do political stuff, you want to do masks, go on Etsy. They don't give a crap. Just put it on there, and you can even run ads on Etsy, honestly. You're not going to get in trouble. You're not going to lose it. But the Facebook ads, they're so paranoid and they're so like skittish about everything that I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't touch it with a 10-foot pole. So I know guys do it, and I believe they're burning through ad accounts. I don't want to do that. I want to keep my ad accounts in good standing, and if I get the odd bot that flags me, then so be it. I'll just peel it. But I'm not going to run a political stuff. My mind is blown and shooting creative ideas. Right on. Awesome. Good stuff. Can you run political stuff on YouTube on Google Ads? I don't know. I don't do it, so I can't answer you. Maybe we can find something here. I can look into it, but like I said, there's really nobody to ask. There's no, you have like a million Facebook groups about Facebook ads. Well, nobody's doing these YouTube ads. There's like one guy that's got a course out there and it's pretty good, but nobody's doing it. And he doesn't even do e-com. He just does lead generation. So we're kind of pioneering this thing, I think. So, I mean, you could run it, and if you get banned, then there's your answer. But I can't tell you that, yeah, I ran political ads and I didn't get banned, or I ran a bunch of masks and I didn't get banned, because I won't do it. So I can't help you with that. All right, I'm going to close it off. I think this was a really good training. I hope you guys got a lot out of it. The replay will be valuable because you can actually pause it as you go through. You can test on YouTube ads. You can ramp up on YouTube ads. You can scale on YouTube ads. Don't think for a second that Facebook is the only way to make money with print on demand. It's not. In fact, you should be diversifying. You should be using other traffic sources, because who knows? One day Facebook could just go, yeah, you're out of here. And then what do? Like, you panic, you cry, you throw your computer through the window, and then you're like, okay, now I got to move on. So be prepared, because who knows? Facebook, like I said, they're skittish, they're paranoid, they have bots that run, and their bots are really dumb, and they'll flag accounts for no reason at all. And then they'll take like a week or two to get back to you. Like, it's the weirdest business model in the world. But so don't get depressed, don't get down. If you get a restricted ad account, just be like, meh, it happens. Will said it happened. It happened. It happened to him. He got his back a couple times. I have. Knock on wood. Happens again. I hope I get it back again. But who knows? So I'm diversifying to making sure that my business doesn't just come to a grinding halt because skittish old Facebook decided they didn't want to run my ads anymore. Okay. All right, cool. We will talk to you guys on the forums. The next challenge, you're going to love it. It's not blankets. It's something else. And I'm going to keep it. I'm going to announce what it is, but you're going to be like, holy crap, that makes total sense when I announce the next challenge. It's not Father's Day round 2. It's something different, something that you guys are going to go, oh, nice one, Will. Guaranteed. All right. So I'm not going to reveal it, but I'll reveal it soon on the forums, and I'm going to be emailing people about it too. So have a great day. We will talk soon, and see you on the forums.